Yo, Tech, let's make something happen.
At some point, we all gotta come together. No. Yeah. Everybody got opinions. Let's talk about it. Communication is key. Let's build around it. We do this for the people. The people founded it. Black love, stay strong. No way around it. We anti-genocide. We ride for the cause. Got love for our sisters and love for our dogs. Respect the young and elderly. You all been invited to be inspired. Come together. Better God vibe. Gotta watch for the cops. Gotta watch for the ops. Gotta watch for the politicians that play with the eyes. If you know, then you know. Plant the seed and it grows. Welcome to the show. This is what we know. 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 Yeah. This is what we know.
Welcome, everybody. What We Know podcast, your homeboy JT. Man, it's about to go down tonight. Man. We got a great conversation. I'm going to be showing some videos, man, to give great perspectives and everything on here, man. I'd like to thank everybody in here. I see my girl, Genesis One, got in here really early. My man, Mandrell came up in here. I love that you guys are in here early right now. We're going to have a great conversation, like I said. You see the title. Hip-hop is dead. The question would be, would you allow your child to be a rapper? We done seen some crazy stuff this week, man. There's been some real crazy stuff going on this week. And one of the hot topics that's out here right now is the young man, Lil RT, and the video that he got, little rap video that he got out. And you got a lot of people sounding off. You got a lot of people signing off. You got a lot of people that's adults that is bigging this crazy stuff up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. We're going to be talking about it tonight, man. Trying to get an understanding of where this thing called hip hop is going and where this society is going right now. Especially seeing the stuff that we have right now. So my mic is choppy. Okay, hold on. Let me check it out. Hold for one moment. I will be here. Let me check this out. All right, let me look. Let me see what's going on here. How does it sound now? Is it still choppy? Let me know. Is it good? Is it bad? Does my mic sound nice? Maybe. And if it come through, let me go. Yes, it's good now. Yes, it's good. I'm gonna just take it as yes. Take it as yes. But yeah. The question to you guys would be: would you allow your child in these days to be? It's still tough. Let me see. Gotta look at what's going on here. What about now? Hopefully we're good. Did this all day. Let me know, Genesis. Am I good? Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me better now? Do I need to hopefully I don't need to change my mic. It sucks. Hold on. The sound is good. Dante said the sound is good. Genesis, you can't. I don't know. Let me check my on here and see my replay right quick. But we're gonna try to work through this, y'all. We're gonna try to work through this. So right now, my man Mandrell, like I said, hey, welcome, dog. Dante McCrae, thank you for showing up. Dante says, I wouldn't let my child be a rapper unless he is making a conscious music or a life about everyday life. No big money talk, no trap, etc. Yeah, I agree. It's crazy out here right now for kids. It's even when you're talking about the 90s. When you're talking about the 90s, Genesis, okay, now it's good. The music is lower. Okay. Good. I'm glad. Thank you for looking out for me, Genesis. Absolutely. But yeah, the way even in the 80s and the 90s, man, it was kind of cliche to have your child being a rapper, let alone just a star. You see how these kids is out here being, child stars. All of them have some type of trauma that they had to suffer, being in either Hollywood or just, dealing with adults. And one of the things I'm starting to see right now is that these damn adults, man, they crazy. And you guys you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about once we start getting into the show. Once we start getting in here and especially when I drop the link, because I will be dropping a link later on. Definitely be dropping the link. But I've been looking all day, just looking up all of these reactions to this young man, RT. This is who I'm talking about, RT, little RT. And I don't think is for me, it's not about him and the rap. It's about how the reaction is from these adults, and especially some of these young adults that's out here. Matter of fact, before I even get into it, I tried to put that in there. Genesis, if you can, please put a fair use into the chat for me. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. But man, these so-called adults, man, are vicious out here. They're ignorant. I'm hearing a lot of people have these arguments that this kid is, he's talented. He's he's making money and all these different things. But I'm gonna show you what this life can do, because when you hear this music that this child, I don't know if you guys have heard it yet, but when you hear this music that he has been produced and put out, it's been produced, put it out, and the stuff that he's rapping about, not even adults should be doing this. Not even adults. In this road they got him going on, this is a road to death. I'll be showing that later on in our show. So it is really, really, I don't know, man. I think I don't like to say we're in the end of days. I know a lot of people like to say stuff like that, like we are at the end of days and stuff like that. That's not what I look at. I think we're at the end of the ideal on how which we live right now. We having a hard time out here. We having a very hard time out here, and specifically black folks, man. This is the icing on the cake right here. Once you start having 9-year-olds or 10 or 8, whatever this young man is, once you start having them rap about death, rap about misogynistic things and hate, we done. We done. We are definitely done. But I just hate to see where we are at right now. Now the craziest thing, because I'm not going to show a lot of reaction videos, because it's a gang of them. It's hundreds of reaction videos on this young man, and I've only came across a few out of, I think I looked at about 50 reaction videos today, and I've seen maybe 3 reaction videos where you had adults saying that this is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. You got adults that's sitting back bobbing their head to it, laughing at it. They're laughing at this young man, talking about how hard he goes and all these different things, man. I have no idea on what's going on with these adults. I know what's going on with the kids. I know what's wrong with the kids. It's the adults that's wrong with the kids. So we already know what's going on with that. But before I get into this whole thing with the RT, I definitely want to go and do a video which I saw on IG of, I think this guy is probably the producer of RT. I think that's what he is, but he's actually going hard. He's standing on his square saying that, you know, if you don't like what's going on, then he invited people to his penis. It's crazy how you got these adults that's doing this, but man, it's crazy. Dante McCrae, I think I know the video you're talking about. It's terrible. The adults around him allowing that. Absolutely, Dante. Absolutely, it's terrible. I'm gonna be showing it, and I'm gonna play a little bit of the video, and we're gonna break down some of these words that's in here also. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Genesis. You said the mic is smooth. All right, we good to go. Hey, look, I gotta crank this thing up, man. I gotta get this thing cranked up. Man, I gotta have it. Once it warms up, we good to go, y'all. Definitely good. What's going on, Nightish? What's happening, my man? What's popping with you? I just say he got a fistful of money. Absolutely. All money ain't good money though. You know that, Nightish. Later on, bro. If you hanging out, man, you definitely can come on the panel once I open up the panel for everybody, bro. I definitely want to hear you guys' perspective from here. So I'm gonna get this thing popping, because I got a couple of videos. I got a few videos I need to show, and I don't want to waste all day doing that up in there. But let me go ahead and get this thing together, man. Let me do this first video. This first video will be with my man Mason, the rapper Mason. He's reacting to this producer or rapper or whoever this guy is that actually is putting the little guy on. He's going to be reacting after this guy says what he says. So we put this. Genesis already gave it to me. I'll put this fair use up here. A couple of my videos do have fair use on them. What's going on, my boy Rob? What's popping with you, boy? What's popping, Rob? If you ain't gonna be doing nothing else later on, man, I want to see if you come up here, man, because you already know this is one of these things that's near and dear to me when it comes down to this thing called hip hop, rap, or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it. But I definitely want to hear the adults. You know what I'm saying? The adults' perspective on this, because right now, man, I'm telling you, I've been just looking. I've been on YouTube today. It was really hard for me to even want to do this doggone this show, but I think it's important for us to actually put a spotlight on this, man, to show that it is some adults out here that do care. You know what I'm saying? So, we really gonna be going, man. Look, Rob, if you got a chance, put both of your or all three. I think you got 3 channels, don't you, bro? Put your links in there, man, so we can get our minds to get in here. They'll definitely put your link out there. Thank you, Genesis. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit more. All right, so we can get this thing popping. So without further ado, let me start this first video out. And here we go.
Posts and all the tweets and all that shit, just hating on the little nigga. Like, that shit lame as hell though, cause at the end of the day, he 9 years old. Think about, like, I don't know if you from where we from type shit, but where I'm from, goddamn, that's a regular little nigga in the hood. Like all our young niggas act like that though. They run around cussing, they be bad as fuck. So it's like that shit just it's not really nothing too crazy. So it's like, shit, at least he trying to do something positive though. Like, him rapping is gonna change his life. It's gonna change his life, and it's gonna make his.
I'm trying to find out what he mean by do something positive. I don't know if you guys. I'm telling you, I'm gonna play the video, and this is the video with the words. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I'm gonna play enough of it because I don't want to get a strike. And even before they even strike me, I can if I have to cut it out on my replay, I can cut it out on my replay. But I think it's that important for us to go ahead and do this. You know what I'm saying? But what is he talking about when he talks about he's doing something positive? There's nothing positive about what this boy is talking about. Trust me when I tell you.
Life good, so he don't have to grow. Because in a couple years, if his life don't change, that little nigga gonna be thugging. Because he already thugging. But that little nigga gonna be thugging in a couple years if he don't get it out. So hell, you have to help that little nigga get the check. Nigga, I don't give a fuck who got nothing to say about it. Fuck you, suck my dick, bitch.
Now, it's a lot to unpack here. First of all, shout out to this brother, man, because obviously he is a product of his environment, and he's a product of what's wrong, right? So you can't expect him to do something that he never seen or had done from him, right? Unfortunately, like he said, where he's from and his quote-unquote OGs, whoever was around him, allowed stupid shit, right? So we normalize dumb shit when we around older people who foster that same mentality. So this individual here can't save that young king, but he don't understand that he's not helping him by giving him some money with ignorance. Because we see these young rappers die every day. They get killed and shot every day because the mentality ain't changed. So if you're not taking that young king and you're not teaching him and you're not raising him and you're not giving him some jewels that's going to save his life, I don't care how much money you give him. Right? We watch every day these young rappers get out the hood, get $1 million, get this, they get famous, and then they get smoked. You know why? Because you ain't giving them life skills. You ain't giving him real jewels that's going to change his life. So unfortunately, beloved, you can't help this individual because you still need help. You don't know how to communicate without telling somebody to suck your dick because they got a difference of opinion than you have. Right? Because people have a difference of opinion because they're watching you walk a 9-year-old down the alley that we know is definite destruction, and people have a comment on it. You want to tell people to suck your dick. See, first, brother, you need to sit down with some individuals, some brothers who got some level of intellect, who've been through some real shit and want to help you out. Because you sound like you're on the same path. It's really fucked up because that's the mind state that we have in our community. People think money gonna change every problem. And if y'all don't realize right now that I don't give a fuck.
What happened? Come on now. Oh, damn. Come on, man. I wanted him to get to the end of that one right there, but if not, then shit.
And all of those things, if you don't understand those things, money can't save you. Money just actually exposes you. It makes you more of a target for somebody who got the same gutter mentality that you got. So, beloved, I understand that you don't know no better, so you can't actually do no better. So sometimes you just gotta say nothing because you don't know anything. But that young king, that young boy, 9 years old, he on a path to destruction. Because the mentality he have, it don't matter how much money you give him, he's not gonna be able to survive in this world in these times that we living in. So brothers, don't be mad at this individual. I'm asking the brothers who know more. If you know.
Don't start with this right there, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on now.
In these communities that we have, you know, and that's why they dying at the rate they dying. That's why they killing each other, because they don't have no understanding of what real life shit is going on. So listen, OGs, this is a call for y'all. His OGs, if you a nigga from where he from, if you somebody that know him, reach out to him. Sit them down. You know what I'm saying? These brothers got levels of success and they got opportunities to make money. But if they don't get on the right track, nigga, the graveyard is filled with niggas who got money. The prison cells is filled with niggas who have money. So we ain't changing our mind and we still got that stinking thinking. Ain't no way out of this shit.
Yes, sir. My man met my son. He put it down. He definitely put it down on that. But it's crazy, man. What do you guys think about people that's up under these young folks and they're saying that they're doing something positive when they're rapping in the manner in which they're rapping, right? What do you guys think about that? You know what I'm saying? This is it's crazy to me that we have so many adults that don't care anything about children. This is what the craziest part is. So we already know how they feel about their own children, because even when you would probably think that somebody said, "Well, it ain't my child," sometimes it's not that way. Sometimes they don't even care about their own child. For instance, this young man, RT. Do his parents really love him? Do they really love him? My man Hassan in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on with the boy? Hey Hassan, we definitely gonna be having a panel in a little bit, bro. But if you guys have not done so, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. We also have, man, I had came across another video just to, change the shift for a minute, then we're gonna get back on track, where this man was talking about hip-hop, right? One of the things that's really near and dear to me is hip-hop and the art of rap. And in my own personal opinion, I think it died. I think it died. I don't think it died in the sense of the art, because there's still some incredible artists that's out here, right? But I think what we ended up going wrong at in the hip-hop state is that we got so far away from the art of it to at a point where it's just about money, clothes, and hoes. That's all a nigga knows. Man, Biggie said. But it's at the point where the normalcy of degeneracy, and I understand the struggle and all of that, and people coming out of poverty and things like that, but we're big upping degeneracy, and we're feeding it to our kids. The craziest part is, even when it comes down to us, even as we get older, and hip hop, I don't want to say evolve, probably descend now. We don't even understand it. That you remember when people used to say that rap and hip hop was a black thing? Now it's at a point where you have black people that don't even understand what each other is talking about. That was a way that we could actually understand one another. At one point, you had people that was arguing big ups to Tupac and, you know, Rakim and a lot of other rappers that hip hop was an expression. And they're trying to use this same argument. I don't think it is anymore. I think it's a way to get some money, a way to get out of, well, they stay in the hood. You know, absolutely, Rob. That video is 100% sick, even for an adult, especially for an adult. But the reactions, man, was I was gonna play the reactions, man, but it was just so many of them where I just got to the point where this shit was it was depressing me, man. I'm telling you, it was definitely depressing me, bro. Rob say black folks normalize bullshit, BS, and insist instead of breaking the curse, we add to the curse. I agree with you, brother. This is one of the reasons why I said I had to at least give my part on shining a light to this crazy shit that's going on right now. You don't do the babies like this, bro. That boy is literally a baby, and they're you know, they fucking him up. But I want to play this one brother on here, man. I forgot his name, but he's going to explain what it is where he has literally pretty much stopped even listening to rap, which I'm kind of like the same way. The only shit I listen to is certain rap that is from, you know, my time, the earlier times. And then, you know, as I got older, the further and further away I stopped listening to it. Like if you look at my playlist now, my playlist is, you know, jazz, R&B, like real R&B from the 60s on up, you know. I don't really have a whole lot of rap in on my playlist anymore. Part of it is because of how old I've gotten. The other part of it is that I don't understand the language. I don't understand where they're coming from. And then there's another part of it where, you know, it ain't good to me anymore. I don't like what they're talking about. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. But let me go ahead and play this one video on this guy explaining why, you know, he stopped listening to rap. So let's get it.
As most of you know, YouTube is not a full-time job for most of us. Most video creators have to balance work life, home life, and other things that might come in between. For me,
fair use, fair use, fair use.
I had to balance a lot of work life. Bills still need to get paid, and on top of that, creativity is hard to come by when your mind is put in different circumstances. Even more so, during that period, I kind of fell out of love with music. Things have been different. I wasn't really feeling music like I did maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I found myself questioning a lot of what I was listening to. I couldn't connect.
Talent aside, the product that has been on offer has been deplorable. Generally speaking, the themes have been characteristically predictable. I mean, everybody's taking everybody's. Every chick has the golden punani, and the art of storytelling is at an all-time low. Sure, you've got a Joyner Lucas here and there, but for every Joyner, you've got like 10 clones of a nebulous, baby-dreaded purple or green-haired prototypical rapper brandishing imaginary guns left, right, and center. What has been on offer has been a lot of mindless babble with relatively unintelligible lyrics. Now, this is not to say that the music is not catchy. Don't get me wrong. A lot of the stuff is, but it's like my body can move to the music, but my brain can't reconcile with what's in the music. I mean, where's Kendrick Lamar when you need him the most? Oh well, pardon me, Kendrick. Anyways, the overt sexual and violent themes without much context or storylines behind to develop the music into something more than just the talent on show makes it shallow and only gratifying in the short term. Music in the popular realm has always had novelty acts. I mean, Yin Yang Twins got radio to play this. For goodness, how long before they realized that these two are not the same words.
To the window, to the wall, to the sweat drip from my ball. To the sweat drip from my ball. Skeet, 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 skeet.
I guess then you had more Nas's, Jay's, and Kanye's in the mainstream, more than you do now. The problem is that novelty has become the overriding image in music these days, and that caused me to disassociate completely from the scene. I did, however, realize that it might just be what I allowed myself to listen to. Nothing is really hindering me from discovering newer artists and showcasing what I listen to. And despite how shallow some of the music is in the pop and rap scene, we can still pull something from these songs. Because at the very least, it helps us understand the climate that we're in. And with that, the doom and gloom that has beset me has been lifted. Sure, a lot of the stuff is scrappy, but it doesn't preclude me from discovering and enjoying stuff that might not necessarily be in the mainstream.
Yes, sir. The context, basically, the messages that's in rap is no longer there where, you have something that is what they would call unique. There was a time where they had very unique rappers that were at least in the mainstream and they were everywhere else. But I think people have gotten very lazy when it comes down to producing, when it comes down to rap, the actual art of rap. I think it's just a bunch of laziness now because everybody's talking about the same thing. It all sounds the same, especially once you start talking about drill music. And a lot of people don't even know what drill music is. And it's crazy because a lot of kids and a lot of young adults listen to drill music, period. One of the things I do understand is that when you listen to something enough, that shit pierces in not only into your soul, but into your life. You got a lot of people that invites death, that invites degeneracy and all these other things into their life because that's all they listen to. And it's crazy. Genesis 1, you say, name one rap group that can get a residency in Vegas without editing the lyrics. Damn. I'm thinking, Genesis. I'm thinking there's not. Well, if you're talking about a 90s rap group, I don't think that there's too many of them. There's only one that I can think of, and I'm still thinking, and that probably could be Tribe Called Quest, but not a rapper that's not a rap group that's anywhere in the 2000s all the way up until now. I don't think that there's a rap group that has hit mainstream or something that everybody wants to see that can do a song without editing the lyrics. The only ones I know, the only one I can tell you would be probably Tribe, because they still do good shows, excellent shows. I just seen nope. I can't even say, it's going to be somebody from the 80s. It's definitely going to be somebody from the 80s. I'm trying to think of a rap group or a rapper that can actually do a residency and hold that residency for like a couple of years without editing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a rap. That's a great question though. Great question. Shit. There's another video because I'm trying to get to this whole thing with the young man, but there's another video that I have where these guys were. They had a podcast and these guys were talking, and they were talking about hip hop being dead, and they gave a nice little synopsis of what they thought about it, because they're in the according to them, and I know that they are because I just saw them do a show right on Prime, right, for if you guys, I don't know if you guys are into Wu-Tang or into Nas, but they had the state of a New York State of Mind concert that was on Prime that you can watch it right now, which was dope. I'm a fan of both of them. So I didn't even know Nas had braids. That was crazy when I saw that shit too. Nas got braids now. And Wu-Tang came out, man, including, I didn't know if they was gonna have Method or not, but they had everybody in there, including Old Dirty Bastard's son. He was in there. So they did a great thing. I just love classic rap. That's the only thing that I deal with, man. I can't deal with none of this new shit. I be trying, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. But these guys were talking about, if, rap is dead, and then they said some things where I don't know, I might agree with some of it or might not agree with some of it, but let's go ahead and let's check it out.
For us, in terms of mainstream hip hop, what do you really listen to like that every day? Do you know?
Hold on. I messed up.
My man's told me that he saw somebody say that hip hop was what's going on there, man?
Yeah, like in a transitional period. Specifically, Earn Your Leisure, the podcast. It's like a financial podcast, by minorities.
By the way, if you guys are definitely into making your life a lot better, go to Earn Your Leisure, man. They got so much stuff, man, on how to get a LLC, get your business credit card, how to do certain businesses, and a lot of it, man, they make it sound so easy, man. I watched them a whole lot, man. So shout out to Earn Your Leisure. If you can, you guys go over there and check out their podcast, man. They got a lot of shit going on, bro.
And I like to watch them just to get on game, in the financial space. But they love hip hop. And they were talking about how hip hop currently for them is in like a transitional period or just missing something and or dead. So I found that interesting because with us, we really see everything, for what it is, like face value in the game. Like we actually are in it, and we couldn't agree or disagree anymore. So I just thought it was interesting because we also got a take last week saying that hip hop is like dead right now.
I think somebody said the underground was dead. I think somebody said specifically.
The underground.
But
okay.
I guess when it comes to like mainstream hip hop, I feel like for us, in terms of mainstream hip hop, what do you really listen to like that every day? Do you know?
Is there really a mainstream hip hop anymore? Is there really a mainstream hip hop? I don't think there's a mainstream hip hop no more. When you look at the billboards, man, that hip hop is dying, especially on there. It's crazy how people how they put their music out now. I don't think there's a mainstream anymore. You guys don't even you don't even know your rappers like we used to know. The rappers that came before us. It's very hard for someone to be able to talk about rappers that everybody knew. I don't get that whole mainstream thing, bro.
Mainstream hip hop.
Because like I don't really care too much about like the hottest singles in the world.
What's up, T Will, man? What's going on with your player?
I gotta listen to what's hot. Like I never really cared for that.
Yeah, you'll rarely catch us listening to the radio. So
or not even just radio. It could be digitally.
Yeah,
like what's hot section on. Caviar.
It's probably Drake or a little bit of Dirk, maybe, but it's
crazy
really,
how Dirk is considered mainstream. To me, I still find that wild.
Yeah, you've been rocking with him since like 2013, boy.
2012 shit, senior year high school. But yeah, that's why I say that because it's like I don't really know because we listen to a lot of shit that the casual fan may not like.
Right.
So I don't really know. If we're from the outside looking in, would a casual fan think that hip hop is whack now or trash?
I have to follow these brothers, man, to see exactly what they listen to, what they produce, and things like that myself. That's why it was interesting just to even hear this conversation.
I think from their perspective, or your Leisure's perspective, they're a little older, so they were around a lot more for the 50 Cent era, the Dipset era, and just like stuff like that, Jay-Z, stuff like that. I think they're looking for a new icon in the game. You know what I'm saying? A new Drake, a new 50, a new
just break down the door, going crazy,
like a new Kendrick. I feel like they're looking for that new era from a specific artist, and you know.
We are absolutely not. That's not what this generation is looking for. We're looking for something that has substance to it. It don't have to be a Drake. We've never looked at someone like when you had LL that came out. We are looking for another LL. We used to call that back in the day biting. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely are not looking for that. We just look at everybody. This is the good thing about rap. Rap used to be a breath of fresh air. When you hear somebody that, like, you hear good people, you will hear great lyricists, but probably their songs were not, rocking. You'll hear someone that has good hits, but they was a good rapper. It was we learned how to critique people, right? Like now they don't. It all sounds the same. We're not looking for a damn Kendrick Lamar. We got a Kendrick Lamar. And whenever he want to put some music out, he'll just put some goddamn music out. That's not what we look for. We don't look for somebody to replicate another person. That was why we was always talking about, when you talk about the elements of what hip hop was. Originality was the biggest thing. Radio was what made people be replicated, where this sound, you got to play this sound in order to get spins and stuff like that. It was radio. It was never the people. So I guess we have to go back to it being the people, because right now, when you listening to, I don't even know if people really listen to terrestrial radio anymore, especially when you have Apple Radio, you have iHeart. Well, iHeart is a part of terrestrial radio also, but when you have all these other, internet shits, and the biggest one of all of them is YouTube. The biggest one of all of them is YouTube. So we definitely don't.
Just not getting it, I guess.
Huh. I mean, as soon as you said that, I thought of like Griselda and Benny and those boys. I mean, if they were into that, I think.
T. Will, he say, we all are individuals. We're divided and conquered. These degenerate eras we've been through as a people has taken a toll on us. It has. It really has. And it's not on just us. It's mostly on our children. It's mostly on the young folks. They think that you could just, it used to be, they think that you could be a rapper. Now they all want to be drill rappers. They all want to talk about killing. They always want to, this is what our children is doing now. So I agree with you on that, brother. Most definitely.
That was like, for that style of music to go mainstream is pretty impressive.
Yeah, but are they mainstream?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You think so? Because I would consider them mainstream if I heard them on Hot 97 every day. You know what I'm saying? But
they're definitely mainstream.
Interesting.
Sure. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Definitely.
That would be my question too. Is radio that powerful still? Terrestrial radio, FM radio, is it still that powerful? Because even with Hot 97, they're on the internet. It seemed like everybody came to the internet. Is the internet mainstream? And if that's the case, then shit, I can make it mainstream. Then you can make it mainstream. All you got to do is get a microphone and camera and get you a channel. So it's not what I would consider to be mainstream.
I respectfully disagree, but I think what they're looking for is, like I said, like that next icon to come out, and I feel like for them, their time is up. You know what I'm saying? To earn their leisures, like the older heads looking for somebody like a Jay-Z or a 50 to,
That's that bullshit that he said right there. Ain't nobody been looking for Jay-Z. This is what be killing me with these cats to be thinking that they are, gurus or experts in this hip hop shit. Why not ask somebody from the era? We'll tell you. There was a time when Jay-Z was not popping like, what he is right now. Jay-Z don't even rap like that no more. He does it because he like it. He don't do it because he's trying to put no money out. Music out, and he needs some money or something like that. If he ever come out with another album, trust me, it's gonna be another way. He's not gonna be the same. His last album, 444, was something totally different than anything else. There was no club bangers that was on there. It was $1 million worth of game that was on that album. And that was basically what he did. And to say your time is up, once you at a certain age, that's what it is. But understand, a lot of the guys that's my age, they're still in the game. They don't care if nobody else on radio is listening to them. Guess what they're doing? They selling out concerts, doing tours, which they supposed to do. Cats in y'all era hasn't gotten to that yet, and they don't give a damn. It's the talk that they be talking that shit. That's what be killing me. The disrespect to the next generation is, man. Don't let me get started on this shit, man.
That type of artist to come up in the game, I think that those days are over with. Like I think we're gonna get more melodic guys like Drake. We're gonna get, people that can do multifaceted things. It's not all.
Genesis 1, she said, Arrested Development, yeah. Tribe Called Quest, absolutely. KRS-One, Kumo D, Big Daddy Kane, absolutely. Yeah, they can carry a show. They can do it as a collective, absolutely. Yeah, because hip hop is a little bit different too. But I can definitely see, because if you talk about Big Daddy Kane, he was an entertainer too. He was an MC, he was an entertainer. Shit, Big Daddy Kane used to have Scuba Scrap. You know what I'm saying? They used to be on there like they was out cold. KRS-One, yes, it would be a show. He'd have to definitely, him and Kumo, I think if they put a show together, that'd be dope too. Genesis 1, that'll be real dope for them to do that. I think it'll get monotonous if they came and did the same show. Let's say if they had a contract for about 2 to 3 years in Vegas. It'll have to keep changing up. I heard that, like with Usher, what he does, he changes up his shows a lot. But I think that, yeah, that'll be dope. That'll be definitely dope. Yeah, buddy. Let me go ahead and finish this up.
All about bars these days,
I don't know, man. Because, shit, that's interesting. The state of hip hop. I think the way hip hop is now, maybe, I guess mainstream wise, is this the females. Bro. Females run that shit right now.
That
like
is
the past year and a half.
What are the females rocking with? Ice Spice.
Like look at Summer Jam this year. It's all female.
All females.
Except
Lola
I
Brooke.
think the Locks and maybe two other, maybe Fabio.
Fabio, I think. Yeah.
But literally, there's like 7 females on that shit. I think it's Glorilla, Ice Spice, Cardi B.
Coi Leray, yeah.
Right now, I think the state of hip hop is ran by the girls, bro.
Is it ran by the girls, or did they they just changed it up? Because they're not getting the love more than they getting hate. That's the craziest thing about these women. It was funny. And no, man, I don't even watch BET, but they just had the BET Awards. And it was crazy that they had to rely on all the older rappers from, all the way from LL to Lil Jon and the So Def, the whole clan of that. They relied on them, and they played a little bit of the new people stuff. And every time you seen that new shit, all you saw was females twerking. That was it. There was nothing about the art of rap that they even talking about. And this is why people like myself would say it's dying. It's definitely dying. Yeah, Genesis says, facts. A battle rap can get you deleted. Now, hell yeah. That shit is stressful to see the way these cats be doxing each other, coming up with real shit. You see what happened to your girl, Papoose wife? I called her Papoose wife. Shit. What's her damn name? Her shit came out. Now that shit came onto the internet. I can't even, y'all know who I'm talking about. Shit. I can't even remember her damn name. But I thought that she was decent as an MC. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was decent, but yeah, she out there hosting battle raps and stuff like that. And these cats is out here being super disrespectful. It's hard for me to watch that shit. I be cringing. I cringe more than I cringe at looking at this little boy video. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Dante, he says, melodic singing rap is played out if you're being real. We need to go back to bars and songs with more of a message. Yeah, it should have never left. This is the thing. I don't look at everybody doing the same thing. Sometimes you had rap that was fun, you had silly ass rap, you had rap that was talking about the hood, you had a variety of things. And even though people have always had problems with rap, from the day that the first rap album came out, the first time that you had somebody with a you had somebody with a what they called a DAT, right? That had I forgot what they used to call them, but it was kind of like you had these songs that was coming on, and then every once in a while they play it on the radio. So yeah, it was pretty dope with that. Dante also says, and a lot of women in hip hop allegedly are writing their lyrics, and aren't writing their lyrics, and their projects are selling, and we know that they are faking the stream for a lot of these artists. Absolutely. Remy Ma. I've always gave her a little bit of respect when it came down to the, to the pen. From what I know that she wrote, so she had some respect when it came down to that. But yeah, man, Remy Ma, her personal business got out on a battle rap. That's crazy. And then everything just blew up on social media. So that shit is I couldn't do it myself. I couldn't do that battle rap shit. Absolutely. That's right, T Will. Yep. Remy Ma. But let me finish this up. What did I do with there we go.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan either. Even though
you gotta give them their credit. Right now they killing shit, bro. Nicki's still, that Ice Spice little.
I love Ice Spice.
But are they killing shit?
Yeah. But as far as like her being that artist to
that probably is the icon artist that right now in terms of popularity that broke through the doors, it has to be her since Cardi B, really.
She just got a song with Taylor Swift, bro. That's a hell of a look.
I didn't know that.
Taylor Swift is maybe top 2-3 biggest in the world.
Has anybody else ever heard that Taylor Swift song with what was it, Ice Spice that they was talking about? Like I said, I'm really out the net, man. When it comes down to, I'm just so out the net when it comes down to what rap is now today. I don't know what's hot, what's not. It just all of it sounds alike. All of it. It just sounds alike. But this is another segment. I'm about to change it up, and we're gonna be talking a little bit about what's going on with this young man and with these adults. Pretty much, how they pretty much is giving props to this young man, and they're calling him talented. I want to see if you guys are going to be, y'all going to be the judge tonight to tell me how talented this young man is. But let me tell you, you have, I don't know how much you guys like this young lady that's here that I'm about to show. Candace Owens. She had a little segment on her show speaking about this. And as a matter of fact, this is how I came aware of this young man. This is what made me come aware of him based off of what she showed on her show about this young man, Lil RT. T Will says, I would love to say there's a solution, bro, but unfortunately, I don't see any collectively. The religious route is a no-go. Education is trash. Yeah, well, people done moved so far away from God that they don't even really know who God is. They think God is somebody that you call on when you are in turmoil, and basically only in turmoil. They don't give thanks to God for real. They don't even know who God actually is. So I agree again. Once again, I definitely agree. But I'm gonna go ahead, man, and I'm going to show this video. But before I do, I got my homegirl, Genesis. She done threw me a hot spot, a hot 5. I appreciate you, Genesis. I appreciate the love. I definitely have to give you an applause because you are a super supporter. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And normally on the What We Know show, we always have to give them someone to cut a little rug for that 5. Here we go. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Genesis 1 says, when you said I've always had respect for the pen, I thought you meant the penitentiary. Hell no. She did do 7 years. Absolutely she did. Not the penitentiary. No. I appreciate it though. That's dope. That's dope. I ain't got no pen. No, I hated that she even went, but oh well. You do the crime, you do the time. That's just what it is. You dig? Man. So we're gonna go ahead, y'all, and I'm about to go ahead and put this girl, Miss Candace Owens, on here so she can give you her soliloquy of what she thinks about young TR. And wait, before I go, let me go ahead. T Will, sports, military saved me, but for the new generation, help me, bro. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a lot of suffering. A lot of people is gonna have to just suffer, man. So the next people that's after them can see what not to do. I have no idea, but yeah, same thing with me, man. I went to the military and I had a whole different way of thinking. And please believe it wasn't always good in the military too. If you know anything about, I was in the Army, so if you know anything about Fort Hood, which is called something else now, but it was Fort Hood in Texas. They used to have gangs and all kind of shit, rappers and all kind of shit that was over there. But yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. But we're gonna go ahead and show my girl Candace Owens give her take on this, and here we go.
You to a rapper, unbelievable. He is 9 years old, allegedly. We think he's somewhere between 6 and 9 years old, depending on which person you're believing, but he has an Instagram account. He also has a YouTube account. I'm going to show you one of his rap songs that is on YouTube. It is called 60 Miles. And I just want you to keep in mind here that as a YouTube policy, if I misgender someone, if someone believes on the inside there's something, and I use rhetoric to suggest that maybe they're not, I'm considered a danger to the YouTube community. My video will get taken down. But this 6 to 9 year old is allowed to have his video stay up. There's nothing wrong with the video that you're about to see from Lil RT. Take a listen. So in case you missed the lyrics, you would be lucky if you did miss them. I am going to slow it down because I think it's important. You saw a child there, and it's important to hear these lyrics. By the way, if you are around children right now, this is not the time because it's derogatory. It's worse than derogatory. So I'll give you 5 seconds, right? Make sure there's no children in the room. The lyrics that came from this song as being performed by Little RT, the maybe 6, maybe 9-year-old, reads, "If she ain't sucking bleep, Lil B-I-T-C-H, you can get the F up out my S-H-T. 100 round, hit him with the Glock, take an effer down. 100 round, B-I-T-C-H, we in that kill, we gon' take him down. 12, get behind me, that's the cops. We gon' do 60 effing miles, yeah." So to understand that, he is basically talking about a presumably random woman who can't hang out with him unless she's willing to perform fellatio. This is a 9-year-old, okay? And he is talking about his gun, and he is talking about having 100 rounds as he runs from the police. Totally YouTube content safe. Incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Now, I want to be clear, as this is being debated on the internet right now, this completely saddens me. It is the destruction of Black culture. It is the destruction, therefore, of American culture. And this is what we are starting to see. His mother is promoting him on Instagram. If you think that there's a problem with this, if you think that this content should be pulled down, I do, then there's something wrong with you and you're jealous. People in the comments are calling this person Coco Felon, okay? And to think that this is a mother saying that, oh, he's talented, people in the comments saying, well, he's talented and she's trying to help him pursue that path. No. This is a kid, and I hate to say this because we've seen so many instances of this in the media, who will end up dead, okay? He is holding dollar bills, talking about killing people. If you think that his mother is setting him on the right path, then it's because you're an idiot, okay? You are an idiot who contributes nothing to our society. And yes, some people have realized that. Here are some other comments that have appeared under this video. Y'all shouldn't be promoting this at all. There's nothing funny about it. It says one person, another person says his parents failed him. A third person says it's sad that kids can't be kids anymore. And all of those people are correct. Now, if you're thinking, shouldn't he be in school? You would be right. Because there's this video on his Instagram page. Take a listen. So they're laughing. He obviously has taken a piece of paper. He attempts to read it and says, "What the F does this say? I'm only 9," which is to suggest, obviously, that he can't read. So he needs somebody to come read that. People are giggling and laughing. It's not funny. If you are, in fact, 9 years old, not only should you be able to read, you should be able to read chapter books, okay? You should be in the 4th grade. In the 4th grade is when I began reading Harry Potter. If you can't read a piece of paper when you are 9 years old, then your mother has failed you, the school system has failed you, this country has failed you, and you have no chance. And it's not because of you. It's honestly not this kid's fault, which is why I'm not going to sit here and make fun of him. It has everything to do with his surroundings and the crisis that I am talking about in this country. Whether it is a kid that is actually in college, sitting in a university dorm, you know, talking about how he's not getting drafted because he's on Wellbutrin, or it's this kid who's talking about Glocks that he wants to load up, and women, he's prepubescent, that won't perform sex acts on him. We are in a really bad place in this country. That's the point. We are in a really bad place. Shame on YouTube for allowing that content to stay up there. Shame on Instagram for allowing us to go through this. There should be a cry out and a demand that these videos get taken off of the internet.
Yeah. Shame on YouTube. Definitely shame on YouTube for absolutely allowing this young man to have these videos. It's not just him. It's not just him. All of these videos that's talking about killing and all these different things that they have on YouTube, and they're out here monetizing these videos. But you can't say, you know, a lot of words that I'm just not gonna say tonight, and you fall victim of being, you know, struck, get a strike, or get your channel taken, or all kind of stuff. What's going on for my man, Dr. Nakumbe? What's happening with you, brother? What's going on with you, man? Dr. Nakumbe say, damn, Candace understood all of what he was talking about. That's hot. Bars. You know she was reading. Somebody had to explain that to her. Somebody had to explain that shit to her. Absolutely. Shit. A lot of that stuff I almost didn't catch, Doc. I was like, what the hell? So, you know, that's just what it is, man. Genesis 1, she says, wow. However, I'm not shocked. Guided by mom and dad, nurturing his talent. Yeah, that's just crazy. It is definitely crazy. I'm telling you, man. But yeah, what she was saying was absolutely correct. Absolutely correct when it comes down to it. But it's not his fault. It is, when I tell y'all, I've been watching these, I've been looking at videos all day today on the reactions. These adults are horrible. These adults are horrible. They're calling people that's calling this stuff out haters. IG just, it's just crazy. I know once I finish this, I'm gonna read some of these comments that's up under his video. These comments are sick. They're more sicker than what the video is. There's no way that you should have any minor sitting back and making money off of their own demise. And the reason why I say their own demise, because I got a video I will be showing you guys on the path that I'm pretty sure that if he stays on this path right here, that he's going to ultimately go at a young age, a very young age, a very, very young age. So the things that she was saying, she had, if you look at up under hers, a lot of people calling her, you know, they already was calling her ancient Mima or Mammy or whatever it was that they was calling, because they don't like her perspective. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't look at people whether I follow them or I don't follow them and all these different things. I look at them, I try to be objective. If there's some things that they say that's wrong, I would challenge it. If some things that they say that is right, I'm gonna just give them kudos on it, and and then we're gonna move on. But this part right here, what she was saying, she was speaking facts. My whole thing is that, what are we gonna do? Especially us that's on YouTube, are we gonna keep allowing this shit to happen where they can keep up all this debauchery on a channel, and then we get our shit, struck, or we get, our shit taken down, or they telling us because we said a word that was against the guidelines? I'm pretty sure on this song that he has, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's against the guidelines from what he said to, and a lot of these other ones. He's not the only kid also. There's some other ones. There's some 12-year-olds that got songs. There are a couple of them. Even when you see the culture from, the standpoint of in the hood, right? All of this stuff when it comes down to the gang life. A lot of these kids, man, they 12 years old, 14 years old. They're mixing with older people. My question is, let's say that let's flip the script, and you got a little girl that's this boy's age, 9 years old, and she's rapping about what Sexy Red and all the rest of these females. Who else? I don't even know these girls' names. Some of them, I'm just going. I got a blank right now. I don't even like calling out city girls no more, because I don't think they did too much of anything. That's what is considered to be hot. From what I hear, that a lot of people are they hating on them too. But them, you know, Cardi B, which from what I've seen, Cardi B is changing over. She's starting to grow up, you know, because she has kids and she's married and all these other things that's going on. Sukihana, you know, all these other women. Imagine having that young girl the same age as him. Would it be more of an outrage if the girl was sitting back talking about if he ain't eating my coochie and all this other stuff, if he ain't doing it raw, and she's showing a bunch of money and showing her, you know what? Would it be worse? Would it be worse? Would you have, you know, outrage then? Because it's a little boy, he go hard. He can rap. Would they say the same thing if there was a little 9-year-old girl that was rapping about this shit and she was doing it on how these older young adults are doing it? Genesis 1 said, Candy is living her best life. Happily married. I think you was talking about Cardi. Yeah. Healthy relationship, on her 3rd child, and successful career. She could care less about what the haters say. Absolutely. She's growing up. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Dr. Nakumbe, he said, I don't think so. Seems to be a different standard towards boys and men. It is. Definitely. I think that it will be mad outrage if she was dressing like how they dress. I don't know, Dr. Nakumbe, if you seen, and you probably did, seen some of the videos that they got, Sexy Red got and Glorilla and all of these girls that's what they call so-called legal. But since it's a boy, he go hard. This is the craziest thing. So, all right, I have another video that I'm going to show. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a little bit of the video, but I'm going to read what the song says. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm gonna mute it. Hopefully I don't get a strike. I'm playing with the devil right now. It's gonna be a little hot, y'all. The Kumbe said, girl sending messages about using her cooch as sex appeal. I'm telling you. I think this is a bigger problem than a lot of people even understand, Doc. It's more than just music. It's way more than just music. He said, yes, sir. The one promoting diseases. Yep. Ain't that crazy? Promoting diseases. Got a lipstick or a lip gloss line and all these different things. It's crazy. It's definitely crazy. So yeah, I do have the fair use. Matter of fact, I'm using the FBI one, and I'm gonna put the fair use up. Yep, Miss Genesis, she already gave it to me, so I can put that one up also. So let me go ahead and yeah, she perfume too, lip gloss. Probably got some damn jeans out too. Ass brown flavor, right? This shit is crazy, Doc. I don't know what to say, man. I have no idea. Let me pull this thing up, man. Put this fair use right here. Y'all pay attention to this video, man. Disgusting. Pay attention to what he's saying. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna read these words on here. So this is the song. What everybody is bobbing their heads saying.
If you ain't suck a dick, look as you can get the fuck up on my shit. 100 out, hit
All right. So you heard what he said. If you ain't sucking dick, little bitch, you can get the fuck up out my shit. 100 rounds. Hit him with the Glock. Take a fucker down. 100 rounds, bitch. We hitting that kill. We gonna take him down. 12 get by me. We gonna do 60 fucking miles. Yeah. 60 miles. A lot of people was thinking that he's saying 60 miles an hour, but it's not 60 miles an hour. It's 60 miles out of the city limits. That's what he was talking about. That's what that whole 60 miles is for. They talk crazy, man. They talk real crazy out here now. So let's go. This other part right here. Bitch, I'm in a Lamborghini. And it's hard because you can't really, it's like you can't hear what he's saying because it's like he got 9 letters in his mouth or some shit. Bitch, I'm in a Lamborghini. Keep on talking, bitch. I'm in a Lamborghini. Point that beam up, which is on the gun, to his head. Took his He went out bad. 50 rounds. Nigga, no, not playing with me. I'll shoot his ass right on the ground. Hand her out. What'd they say? Hand her out. Step on little bro grave. Hit him in his face. This is a little dog. This is a little kid.
Nigga know I play with me, I'm shoot his ass right in that ground. Hit around, step on the bro grave, hit him in his face. She gon' suck the dick on crazy.
Then he go back from killing somebody to going and having fellatios done. If she gonna suck the dick, we talk about little boy prepubescent. Go crazy, bitch. I'm in the I'm in the Lambo. So this is just flaunting and all this, man, this shit is goddamn crazy. Keep on talking. Hit him with the glam. Bitch, I hand up with the Glock. I don't know exactly what the fuck that means, but it definitely means something to somebody.
Bitch, I'm in the Lambo, keep on talking. Hit him with the glam. Bitch, I have up in the Glock. Hit him in the Porsche.
Hit him in the Porsche. Hit him with the Glock. I'll take him down. Hit him in the face. I'll make him drop like he okay, bitch. I got the Glock up on my side. Again, this is a boy spewing out some shit that some dumbass adult wrote for him.
Hit him with the Glock. I'll take him down.
So what I'm understanding is he didn't, for one, we see he couldn't write that. He couldn't even read that note that he picked up. He was like, shit, what this supposed to say? I'm 9 years old. So that means that somebody was rapping this to him until he got it. They was rapping it to him until he got it.
Hit him in the face. Make little bro try like he okay. Bitch, I got the Glock up on my side. And he try to run.
If he try to run, he say, bitch, I got the Glock up by my side. If he try to run, clap him in the leg. Little nigga drop, bitch. I'm in the sun, bitch. I'm in the Lamborghini. Keep on talking, cause bitch. God damn. I'm in the sun. I don't know what in the sun means. I don't know what the hell that shit means, but it means something to somebody somewhere.
Clap him in the leg and make him drop. Bitch, I'm in the sun. Bitch, I'm in my D. Keep on talking. Bitch, I'm in the sun. Bitch, I throw a bullet out there. Hit you in your fucking face.
How many times is he gonna say bitch? How many times is he gonna say bitch? Bitch, I'll throw a bullet out there, hit you in the face. I wonder if this little boy ever saw somebody get shot in the face before. Probably did. and that little bitch got to switch up on the Glock. Hit him with the K, which is an AK. That little bitch got to bleak. He got bleaked. Hit him in the face.
Big I switch on the Glock. Hit him in the K, that big I glick. Hit him in the face.
That's what it was. Then he goes right back to saying, she sucked the dick. Just go crazy, bitch. I'm in the again. He in the lamb again. They say he go hard. They say that these are lyrics. This is what, if you go, I challenge anybody. Just go to RT. Just go to RT's reaction. Lil RT, 60 Miles reaction. And watch how many people is sitting back, just bobbing their head and like he go crazy. And they're saying that he got lyrics. I'm in the lamb. He keep on talking, hit him in the mouth. Bitch, I got a now he got a Draco. He had an AK, he had all kind of shit. This motherfucker got an arsenal. God damn, this is some shit right here, boy. 50 rounds. What do you say? 50 round. The glick hit him in the face. Now, little bruh, he a fucking bitch. And it sounds a little. Ain't that a bitch? This shit is crazy, man. So he goes again, because you can't even tell where's the hook and where's it not, but there's a hook in there. And what he says is 100 round, hit him with the Glock. Again, he's going to hit him with the Glock again. This motherfucker is doing a lot of shooting. He's doing a shitload of fucking shooting. He tearing this motherfucker up. He done shot him with the Glock, shot him with the AK. Then he went and got his dick sucked. Then he going back and shooting again. This motherfucker is out cold. He out cold. I'm telling you. We've never been took down 100 round. Hit him with the Glock. We gonna take him down. Bitch, we gon' wait, she gonna suck the dick again. She sucking dick again. Bitch, I'm from the west side. Wherever that is. I have no idea, and it sounds a little something. I'm not from the east side, little bitch. I'm from the west side, pussy boy. He trying to play. Hit him with the fucking Drake. Damn, now he got the Drake. That bitch got spent up on his day. Damn.
Pussy boy, he trying to play. Hit him with the fucking Drake. That big got spent up on his day. Bitch, I'm thinking of Follow Baby.
All right, y'all. I'm done with these damn lyrics. This is some bullshit here. I don't care what nobody say. Any adult that sit back and say this little motherfucker went hard and he's trying to make a living and he's doing positive things. Fuck y'all. I ain't gonna. This shit is some bullshit. This little guy right here, little man right here, is not only being set up for failure, but they're killing him. They're killing him. The video that I played earlier, when this dude was sitting there talking about he gonna make sure that the boy get money, he was sitting there saying the kids in the neighborhood are bad, they bad as hell, and all kind of other bullshit. Man, listen, these adults need to go to jail. They need to go to fucking jail. I ain't bullshitting. My man. Oh, so hold on. You got Dr. Nakumbe. He says, in the sun, a position of favor sitting above you. What you talking about, Doc? What was that saying? What's going on with my boy? Black Man Unfiltered. Yeah, Black Man. This young man is, yeah, what the hell he say? Now I know what most people are saying. They gon' they want to take out the belt and whip his ass. No, I want to beat the shit out of his goddamn parents and everybody that's around him. If y'all see that the whole video, you just see a bunch of goddamn older people. I don't know if they're all adults or not, but they're older than him and they're egging this shit on. They're egging this shit on. This is some bullshit, y'all. What's going on? My girl, Just Jay in the building. You doing, Just Jay? How's everything with you? How your mama doing? Man, I don't know what to say, y'all. This is this is one of many children. I'm just doing a show on this one. Just Jay say, my son showed me this and said people cheering him on. I'm talking about Just Jay. Hundreds. I was looking today. I was just looking at how many people was egging this stuff on, that was cheering this young man on. And then the craziest part, because the younger generation, they're, in their 20s and stuff like that, they're laughing and, it's crazy. The father, I don't know, did I even show that one? Where you had a father and a son. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it one more time if I didn't show it. But you got a father and son that's doing the reaction to it. The son is a fucking idiot. His dad is like, man, don't show this no more. Why you show me this? It's a couple of them where you had men that was actually saying this is some bullshit, right? These people need to go to fucking jail, period. Like I posed the question earlier to ask folks, if it was a little girl that was doing this type of rap, and we ain't talking about doing this, hitting with the Glock and all that, but if she was rapping like, what's that girl name, Sexy Red or Redhead or whatever the hell her name is, and Suki Hana and shit like that, 9. Would everybody be cheering her on like this? I know it'd be some women that would be. You had some people that was on there that was on the fence. Like you had older folks that looked like they was close to my age. And they were, man, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. What's going on with my man Zombie TV, man? I'm glad you came over here. Glad to see you. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. He says grooming them earlier than ever. Yes, this is sad, man. It's more than that, man. We're gonna have to do something, because I don't want this. And I got a grandson, 4 years old. I don't want my grandson being around these type of kids. I'm sorry what happened to you, but I don't want none of my family to be around your ass. I got family members I don't want my family members being around, especially with this bullshit. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. She will. Hey, bro. I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna tell you, we gonna have to try to do something, man. Do a petition or something, because this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy, and we can't act like we don't care, because that don't do anything at all. You know what I'm saying? That don't do anything at all. But I'm gonna get ready to drop this link, man. If you guys feel like you want to come up and let me know what's on your mind. We can have a conversation about this, because this is sad. I'm telling you, this is something. I was lost for words today, man. I'm telling you, it took me I had to get some strength to even try to do this show. That's why I had to do the things in the beginning. I don't know what else to do, and I'm glad that more and more content creators are shining a light on this. We should be. In the hell with anybody else to say that we shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Man, I have no idea, man. This is look. What's going on, world class, my boy? What's popping with you? What's popping with you? What's going on? Everybody, like I said, I'm getting ready to drop this link, man. Getting ready to drop this link. And if you guys feel like you want to come up here and we can have this conversation. Any of you folks that have young kids, I should have put it as a poll. Would you allow your young child to be a rapper during these days right now? I'm talking about getting money. Like how they say this little boy getting money. You know what I'm saying? We are at war. We are absolutely Zombie TV. We at war with this shit, man. We at war. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put this link out here, and while I'm putting this link out here, I got 2 more videos. And this video that I have now, and I didn't show it, it's the father and son's reaction to what they saw in the video. Now, what I did with their reaction, I had to cut it out because I didn't want to keep playing this young man's song on there. So I just cut out when they were listening to it. But watch the young man and watch his father. Watch how that shit goes. This shit is crazy, man.
Oh, RT, you ever heard of him?
Never heard of him.
60 Miles, directed by Car Key.
Okay.
That's fire, Car Key. Get it?
Yeah, let us know what little RT from.
Yo, let's.
So his father looks like he's probably about in his 40s, probably 50 or something like that. His son looks like he's about, that's his room. So he looks like he's about 22, 21 years old. Now watch how his little ignorant ass is smiling and laughing at this shit. And watch how his father's reaction is. This is why I put this one out. They had I watched almost 100 damn reactions today. And I had to pick out some of the ones that I really wanted to put out here. But watch the father and watch him.
Know where you from, man. It's Jerry TV. It's Hop Right too. I don't really do too much talking. Follow me on YouTube. Instagram. Follow Posse. Guys, join the Discord, right, Posse?
Subscribe, request, react.
What the fuck did he just say?
It's Hop Right too. No more talking. He said he did. That's all I heard the first thing. 100 rounds.
100 rounds.
How old is this little nigga? No problem. Let's get into it. Let's not even.
Now his father trying to be cool. You know, he I guess he's one of those dads that's like, okay, we're gonna do a podcast together, do reaction shows together, and this is dope. You know, he's trying to be a cool father, but you can tell it's about to get real for him.
This is shocking.
Wow.
This is appalling. This is child
abuse.
That's a little kid.
Look at them. They could all get arrested. CPS.
Hell yeah, Genesis 1. Rest in peace, English. That shit is gone. They done did everything they could with English. Absolutely.
Yes, we got them. We got all the faces.
Why the little kid talking like that?
Yeah. This is wild.
Like, I don't even feel, I'm not going to react to it. I'm going to stay quiet and we're going to fast forward to this.
So that's what I was saying. Look at the son. The son is like, this is cool. Like, no. It is because he's young and, you know what I'm saying, and impressionable, and he's trying to have a lively podcast or whatever the fuck he's doing. But man, these kids don't care nothing about the younger ones either.
So I'm trying to make it funny because like
this is
niggas
shocking.
are mentally ill around him. Like, who is these people?
I don't know.
His mom better not be in his life or his dad, because if his parents in his life, he acting like
somebody championing behind him.
Who is this, bro? His pops is crazy.
I hope mom and dad ain't.
Doc, you say he looks like he's 30. Okay, you talk about the father or the son? Looks 30.
This, man.
Small behind me. We're gonna do 60 fucking miles, nigga. You're gonna get caught real quick, nigga.
Again, it's not 60 miles an hour. It's 60 miles outside of the city limits.
Nigga can't even reach the gas pedal. That nigga never even drove his own little mini car.
No, he's driving a mini car. He ain't driving a big car.
He probably never got one. He don't got no parents, bro. Look at this nigga. He in the streets, bro.
He got parents. Quit playing, bro.
scarred for life. Like he's gonna grow up and be like, yo, I didn't agree to this. Like, why do they make me do this? Like, he's gonna look back when he's like 16, or maybe he'll just be so programmed where he's willing to kill it.
No, you got it all wrong. That's why I can't wait to this. If I was his father, I'd be like, boy, I can't wait till you grow the fuck up.
Shoot, nigga.
You're right. How old do you think he is?
I don't even know. I'm really bad with
This is
ages.
sad,
He's like
man.
8, maybe.
This is sad.
He can barely speak English.
Can you fast forward a little bit?
No.
All right, so just play it out.
This nigga speak. No, it's a video. We're farming content from this.
See, we can't even look. Adults can't even. We can't even stomach this shit, man. It's crazy to hear a little kid speak the way that this little kid was speaking. Just.
Oh, nigga. To be in that video, right? Like these niggas are actually. I'm not gonna pause it over.
Don't pause it no more, bro. I'm mad right now, bro.
See, that's the reaction that you would have a lot of men saying, and his son is out here giggling like this shit is funny. It's not. But what that tells me is that his son has no idea of the lifestyle that these folks be living. And he's probably, you know, in a regular ass house, got his dad and his mom with him and all that shit. His dad, right, he's sick to his stomach, Doc. He's fucking sick to his fucking, I was. Shit.
Bitch, I'm Mammy D. I'm with Mammy D. Who Mammy D? That is Grandma. You think it's speaking in the bonnet?
You didn't say Mammy D. See, that's why you should have read the lyrics before you start doing this shit. You stupid fuck.
Bro.
Don't stop it, bro.
You think he could read or write yet? Not even, right?
Nah, bro. This is sad, bro.
He know how to play with them guns, though. The fuck? He could count out that money on. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's go crazy. What are you talking about?
Little kid, bro. Play it.
Nah, that's sad. Like, what do you think he's doing,
dead
bro?
ass. Play this shit, bro.
He about to get beat up by his old dude. Old dude about to walk off. Be like, fuck your damn podcast. Fuck your podcast.
I don't know. I'm shocked, bro. Like, this is like sad.
Where's his parents? Bro, CBS.
Sad,
you know CBS got called about this, right? This got 1 million views. Bro, I promise you, bro, they got in contact with his guardians.
Yeah, because I'm ready to pull out my belt and beat on him. Like, what you said?
You know what's a sad part? No, you know what's a really sad part? They're taking away his innocence. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm laughing because we're farming content. It's funny, whatever. But where is he from? He gotta be.
Where's the fucking joke? He says funny, whatever. No, where's the fucking joke?
In the trenches, bro.
This is bad.
Nah, this is bad. What's your rate's doing?
It's 0.
Yeah,
this is the worst video I've ever seen that reacted to. But there was one other one that was bad. This is garbage.
Nah, yes.
Anybody that's involved, anybody that directed this, edited, recorded it, stood in the studio, chopped it up, made the beat for it, wrote the lyrics, bought him the chain, got him that money, got him the car. Y'all all should be fucking embarrassing yourselves. Pimping out a little child, bro.
Is JTV this?
We out of here, yo.
Peace. Kudos to that dad, man. Kudos to that dad. That's what I'm talking about. We got to start correcting shit, man. We got to start correcting shit. That child, especially rapping that type of music, is not gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. I gotta go to some of these videos. I mean, some of these comments. Let me see. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, his son is having a good time, Doc. His son is having a fantastic time out here just doing that, and he's not understanding. And I think I'm gonna have to do it, man. I'm gonna have to do it. And I've been kind of like, you know, some shows, man, where you just be like, damn, I don't really know if I want to do it or not. But on like real rappers and the lifestyle that they have and what that music it actually is, it's not hip hop. Trust me when I tell you, it's not hip hop. They have tons and tons and tons of documentaries on this that shows, man, that this is not about hip hop. It's not about rap, the art of rapping. This is about hate that's been going on from generation to generation to generation. And they're so disrespectful with this type of music, man. I don't know why anybody would even want to hear. And I know that these parents aren't parents, they're young. They have to be. They have to be. Zombie TV says the cell phone got folks mind trapped. Yeah, overdose of foolishness. That's the new drug, man. That's made them devolve as human beings. I agree, homie. I agree. Absolutely. His dad is sick to his stomach. Shit, I was, man. I was, bro. That shit is crazy. The son is coming off soulless. He is. But this is how most of them, Zombie TV, do me a favor, man. Once you get off of here, and I don't know if you did it yet, just do the reaction to Lil RT video and watch how many people are soulless. Like, it's funny to them. They got every excuse in the world. And it's like, wow, this kid is like the Mistro show. They're laughing at this kid's pain. They're laughing at the pain. There's no damn way that this kid should be saying what he's saying. We know that he didn't write it. We already understand. It's not about him. It's about him being used. He's the vehicle to all of the bullshit that everybody that's around him. But at the end of the day, it is the parents' fault. His son is out in the streets fronting daily. No doubt about it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Pops did his thing, man. He definitely did his thing, man. Once again, y'all, if y'all want to come up, man, have a conversation, the link is in the chat. You can come on over, holler at your boy, see what's going on. I'm not going to be on here a whole lot longer, but we got somebody to come up, bro. It's definitely going down. Yeah, he couldn't even remember. He couldn't even read. So that's why I was saying that, I mean, it's ways that you get people to learn rap. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it wasn't like he was saying some shit that was intriguing. It wasn't hard. How many times did he say bitch, dick, Glock? He changed guns. That's the only thing that he changed. But he go right back to him. AK, Glocks, Dracos, all of these things that he was saying. He don't know. I'm not even going to say that he don't even know. I'm not going to say that young man don't know what he's talking about. Kids' minds are spun. They mind is way more. It gravitates to way more shit than old people like myself. Absolutely. But you got people like this guy right here. Let me show you this video right here, what this guy was saying.
I'm seeing all them goddamn comments and all the little posts and all the tweets and all that shit, just hating on the little nigga. Like, that shit lame as hell though, cause
this is a young guy himself, bro. In a minute, we gonna be like, look, our kids can't be around anybody that's 20, 22, 19, 17. Fuck that shit. These motherfuckers are demons.
At the end of the day, he 9 years old. Think about, like, I don't know if you from where we from type shit, but where I'm from, goddamn, that's a regular little nigga in the hood. Like all our young niggas act like that though. They run around cussing, they be bad as fuck. So it's like that shit just it's not really nothing too crazy. So it's like shit. At least he trying to do something positive though. Like him rapping is gonna change his life. It's gonna change his life and it's gonna make his life good. So
you hear what he said? Rapping is gonna change. You goddamn right, it's gonna change his life. He gonna go from living to death. That's how it's gonna change his life.
You don't have to, bro, because in a couple years, if his life don't change, that little nigga gonna be thugging. Because he already thugging. But that little nigga gonna be thugging in a couple years if you don't get it out.
What the fuck does that mean? He's going to be thugging. Nothing good comes out of this. This is hate shit. This is goddamn hate. he's going to be thugging. He's already cursing that little boy.
Hell yeah, I'm finna help that little nigga get the check, nigga. I don't give a fuck who got nothing to say about it. Fuck you, suck my dick, bitch.
See what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, so you said it says let me redo it, Doc. Let me resend it. I don't know why I said that. Copy. All right. Try this one. I think that one. Try that one. I don't know if there's a different link. Try that one and see. But in the meanwhile, y'all, what this guy was just talking about, he was saying that this young man is going to have his life changed by rapping the way that he's rapping. I agree. I absolutely agree. But it's not going to change for the better. It hasn't changed for the better. And right after I give this shout out to my man Zombie TV for popping that 10 ball to me. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Absolutely. I always appreciate my brothers and sisters that's over here that's supporting our channels for this content. Let me show you guys, man. I gotta give you a video, bro. Definitely. Every time someone gives a chat, a super chat, they always get some type of entertainment when it comes down on top of the content that I give them. And this content that I give you, I don't know if you're from Detroit or whatever, man, but everybody knows the JIT that's over here is a signature dance that we have in Detroit. We've been having it since 1976, and it just evolved into, what it is right now. It's been a gang of generations that has done this dance, and this is what it is. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. So, let me take this down. Let me go back here. Which one did I? Okay. Let me move that right there. So, yeah, again, back to what I was saying. Let me show you some of the rappers that had their lives changed by being rappers and making money, right? I'm gonna go ahead and break this out for y'all, and let me show you where this young man is heading. Okay, so this first one right here is a rapper called Gigi Ja. His cause of death was, you guys read it right there, gun violence. That's one. Make sure that you guys count also, or how many died of gun violence, because there's a couple of them. Here's another rapper named ATM Nero. Cause of death, gun violence. Now keep in mind, all of these rappers that I'm showing you on this list are rappers from this year. From just this year, so far. So that's 2 of gun violence. He also, so this is and it tells where he's from. ATM Nero was upcoming Atlanta, Chicago rapper who was shot and killed in April 19th. That was of 2023. Now keep in mind, a lot of these rappers, these drill rappers and rappers are not just from Chicago. Let's understand that. They're not just from Chicago. So you have another rapper that's coming up. This guy name is Keezy MG. I wonder if some of you guys know some of these rappers. I know none of them. I have no idea I've never heard their music or anything. And these are young folks. But look at how and pay attention to how they're dressed and the guns and all of this stuff. This is what they're rapping about. Killing. The same thing that young man was rapping about. This is what these folks are rapping about. He was shot and killed April 23rd. And this is in Norfolk, Virginia. Keep in mind that too. The next rapper, 414, Bankhead. We already know where he come from. However, he didn't die of gun violence. He died of cancer. We already know, Atlanta rapper. There's another rapper called Wayne Payne. His cause of death is unknown. So that could be anything. They probably ain't even found him yet. We have no idea. Then there's another one, Bender Pullum. His cause of death was, you guessed it, gun violence. Now keep in mind again, 2023, all of these. This one is an upcoming DC rapper who was shot and killed on May 12th. Lil Hen. What was his cause of death, people? Yeah, you know it. Gun violence. Gun violence. What did he die from? Let's see if they show it. Let's see if they would. Okay, Lil Hen was an upcoming Detroit, so he's over here in the 313. He was a Detroit rapper who was shot and killed April 29th. It was a lot of goddamn killings in April, wasn't it? BG YBZ. His cause of death was, yep, gun violence. Jacksonville. He was from Jacksonville. Then you got Dreezy World Noogie. His cause of death, I thought it was going to be something different, but nope. We back to gun violence. These are all rappers. Their lives have changed. All of their lives have changed. He was shot and killed January 2023. Chicago. Another one, Trey the Hustler. Do y'all know some of these rappers? I don't know. I don't know none of them. Gun violence. Another one, Young Low. Gun violence. Let's see if they could say where he came from. Young Low was a rapper and a Chris Brown collaborator who was shot and killed on May 7th in Miami. His life was changed. What about G Street, Show D? I don't know if I even said it right. Oh, Shooty D, Shody D. I don't know how they, his cause of death was, yep, gun violence. Rapping about the same shit. The same shit. This is crazy. Where's Hidden was a Florida rapper who died from an unknown cause. Okay. That was what, 3? Unknown and cancer. Dre So High. Man, that shit was going so fast. This is another one. Yep, Dre So High. I think I heard some of his music before. Cause of death, he was shot by police. He was shot by police. Did anybody march for him? BLM? Were they there? Glizzy. An old upcoming Fredericksburg rapper who was shot and killed on March 26th. That was 2003, y'all. Gliz, not Glizzy, Gliz. He was 18 years old. Kyrie Numbro, I guess that's how you say it. I have no idea. Was an upcoming Toronto. God damn, Toronto, they over there rocking. He was an upcoming Toronto rapper who was shot and killed on May 23rd. May and April was the season, wasn't it? Money Sign Suede, an LA rapper who was stabbed to death in jail on April the 25th. Wow. Triple Up KO, Triple Up Knockout. I've heard his shit before. Cause of death, you guessed it, gun violence. Y'all get the point, man. Y'all get the point. Y'all understand exactly what I'm saying. Yep, his life was already changed. This is what's going to happen to that young man if somebody don't do an intervention with his parents. You dig? You dig? So I got a couple of people in the back that I am going to bring up. I got my man, Dr. Nakumbe, and I got my boy Mike, aka Hassan. Let me bring you guys up here. Oh shit. What's going on, Hassan?
How you doing, JT? I'm doing great. How you guys doing today?
Doing well, man. I'm doing well. What's going on, Doc? What's popping with you, brother? Yeah, hold on. Hit it. All right, y'all. From what y'all seen, Doc, I seen you was on earlier today. You was up earlier today. You was on Mr. He Said show, right? I saw you over there.
To you, brother. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
You too, Doctor.
But yeah, Doc, you was over on Mr. He Said show, wasn't you? Over there earlier today?
Yes, sir. With Mr. World Class having this conversation.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. And I didn't hear too much of the show because I was getting this show ready, but you know, I was out here in these YouTube streets, really trying to get it together. But from I know you've been. Oh, can you hear?
Just a second. Right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Hold on, let me. Zombie TV. Yes, absolutely, Zombie. Thank you for your support, bro, and everybody else that has donated to the show. Thank you for your support. I humbly appreciate you. Absolutely, I do. Oh, Zombie TV, that's my boy Tony. Hey, listen. Damn, Tone. I didn't even. Well, I wish I would have known that was you. This is the guy on when I do my intro for my my show. He's the one that's rapping on there, man. Much respect to my homeboy, man. And also, Tone, if you got your link, man, put it in the chat, bro, so we can get people to come over there, man. Check out your music. This dude is out cold. He's a real lyricist. He gets down, bro. When I tell you, I'm talking about. He's one of those dudes that's solid. His raps is not. It's not like they're dated. You know what I'm saying? His music is music, and it's solid, bro. And I really appreciate you, brother. I appreciate everything that you do for me.
Hey, JT, speaking about that kid who's rap, you know who that reminded me of? Have you heard the story in Mexico? There's a rapper there. He was singing when he was little too. But by the time he got teenager, 16, 17, he messed up. He made a rap about a cartel leader, and they gunned him down. So if this continue, that's what's gonna, well, in America, you know, sadly.
Right.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, man. You said, wait, you said he was a young kid too?
Yeah, like by the time he's 16, he was drinking because, you know, in Mexico they drink at 16, 17. So he made a video because what he does usually, he trolls people. He messed up and trolled the leader of the cartel, which is a bad move, and they just went after him and gunned it in the middle of the store too. Like there's like a nightclub or something. They just gunned everybody down, and then he died. He got famous too. You know,
Yeah,
like,
you ever heard the saying, "I'll make you famous"? You know, and I understand when we talk about with these young folks, man, it's just a part, because I try to reach back to when I was a teenager and stuff like that, where we don't have as much, I guess, fear as we do as when we get older. We start to be more, we edit ourselves a little bit more. At least the majority of us edit ourselves. But as a kid, you think everything is just, you don't believe that some of the shit that happens will happen. That's why when I see these reactions, I'm looking at the reactions of a lot of these younger folks, man, in their 20s, probably teenagers and stuff like that, and they think it's a game. They think this shit is funny. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I have no idea.
But here's the difference, JT. Back then, when the mob like do a hit on somebody, and that guy's walking with his kid, they respect that. They get him the next day. Even gangsters would tell you. Now they don't give a damn. You can walk with your grandma, they still get you. And if it is your grandma's, too bad. That's like way nowadays, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Doc, from what I know you've heard a lot of this stuff this evening, man, and everybody's take on what they think about this young man, about his parents, you know, about the people that surround him. What is it that you are observing right now as far as this, you know, with this music and everything, and these adults indulging with children in this manner?
Well, thanks. And can you hear me clearly? Am I clear for you?
Absolutely.
All right, excellent. Thank you. So salute to you and your listeners and those in the chat. So thank you for this opportunity to share with you, Hassan. Good to see you. It's interesting. I've been having these conversations and inviting people to an additional perspective to consider the words that he's saying at 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. I mean, what are the chances he's actually having this sex and getting sucked up and holding Glocks and all that? So clearly, to me, the lyrics are coming from someone else. Someone's writing his lyrics. You know, as you said, he sounds like he has a annihilator in his mouth. You can barely enunciate certain words, but it's interesting that he can enunciate the actual dick, gun, all that type of stuff. Those words come out clearly.
And bitch.
It's unfortunate that someone's message, someone's dream, you know, because if this were sports and we say, oh, hey, I'm gonna turn my shorty into a basketball player, a football player, I'm gonna help him be, I don't think we'll have as much pushback. However, if we recognize that that child is being injured, like if we said, oh, he's being worked too hard, we would show more concern. If this were any other thing where they say he's worked too hard, at some point we show concern. But the fact that he's able to say all these things and knowing somebody is going to be, I believe there are going to be innocent victims out of this. The influence put on him, the influence that he's put on others, to actually then live the words, live by someone who carries their Glock, live by, yep, B-I-T, you need to suck it. Forcing someone to engage in sexual activity because I now live by the lyrics and the risk that he's going to take. So was it worth it? Well, for the people who are producing this, I believe it is worth it. Listen to the lyrics. How much pain are they talking about? How much anger are they talking about? And so there was a generation somewhere in there that someone didn't feel heard and now they dump that in this kid's lap, and he has a chance to be up there repeating, really executing my message or that caretaker's message. And the people who are listening, if they share an ounce of that anger or message, then yes, they're going to celebrate it. And it's a double insult if you say to me, this is trash. How dare you? How dare I? I didn't feel heard. Now my shorty's up there and he doesn't feel heard. Are you trying to knock him too? That's like a double insult. So the people who are listening to it, promoting it, as that video you showed the two guys, you say, I don't give a fuck, blah, 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 blah. But he's probably part of that generation or that group. Doesn't even have to be a generation. He's part of that group at some point, didn't feel heard, or they feel liberated. Like, hell yeah, we finally are getting heard, getting played on the radio, getting played on YouTube. So anyway, my 2 cents is I'm not making an excuse for it. It's not meant to be a crutch. It's not meant to be an excuse at all, just an additional perspective, just for a little bit of understanding, just a little extra understanding, not for a crutch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. So I get what you're saying when it comes down to someone that's bringing on, you know, their pain, their hurt, everything that they're going through, and it's kind of like, if I'm understanding this, is that they get an opportunity to monetize their pain.
Mm-hmm.
And they can use that child as the vehicle. That's the one that actually can use this vehicle to get us where we think we need to be.
It's a grand opportunity to do so. Think about the LGBTQIA community. They are in the schools, not they, the promoters, the ones pushing the agenda of whatever all this is about trans and all that, not necessarily the people who identify that way. I'm talking about the promoters, the ones with the money. They're in the schools and they have made it very clear, we are going for the kids. Yeah. Oh, hell no. But tell you what, we're going to rip a sheet out of your own music book, out of your own playbook, and we now have our kids representing as well. I mean, what perfect timing for the people who are in the business to say, since we're going after kids, put this little motherfucker up there. Let's get some money too.
Yeah, absolutely. Hassan, you there? Did he?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So Hassan, from what you gathered with that young man, were you, because considering your background, did you see the video before you saw it on here?
No, it's the first time I've even seen this.
So what was your thoughts when you first saw it?
Like a kid has talent. Then when I heard the words, like, whoa, that's not a kid speaking. Like the doctor said, that's an older person who wrote this and wants his message to be out there. So sadly, the little kid, he got talent, but it is what it is. But you see what's happening now. We're stuck with this. This is going to be the new normal for the next 50, 80 years until we get another change. It sucks to think like that, but that's our reality, especially for the younger generation.
You think
this is the new style? Oh, yeah. I mean, look at you guys with Tupac. Took 20, 30 years. So now we got to have another 30, 40 years until something changes.
Let me tell you, Tupac had a good 2 years in the run-ins.
But I'm saying that era. My bad. I'm saying that era of rap. Those rappers, like when they rap, they're talking about what's happening. Like you can understand what they're saying. There's garbage we hear, and we're stuck with it. That's like the new way, and they changed that. You know.
Do you know the difference in that time and the difference in this time right now? It was still being governed with talent, right? You had your garbage rappers, they had a space over where garbage rappers are. They didn't have a space over where, like for instance, when you had what they called gangster rap, right? There was a space for gangster rap. There was not, you can just go on to social media, and then you can just click and you know, it costs for you to go buy a gangster record, right? Some Ghetto Boys. When you had to go get, I don't like using NWA because if you actually heard NWA shit wasn't really gangster rap. I can tell you they have put NWA to shame when you talk about some gangster rap. I'm talking about some real degenerate ass shit. Gangster, if you listen to Ghetto Boys' first album, Willie D. I don't know if you know who Willie D is. If you look at Willie D now, Willie D is an activist now. He still kicks some ass. I still believe that shit. But Willie D, the young Willie D, he was rapping like what these kids is rapping like now, right? I can't wait to see, because he got a podcast now. I can't wait to see what he's gonna talk about in his podcast. Willie D used to be that. He used to be like, if you hear Scarface, the rap that they had, it used to frighten the shit out of us. Because they were talking about robbing, they were talking about, you know what I'm saying, killing, they was talking about fighting. But the way that they did it was something a little bit different. It was telling a story. It was telling a story. See, when those guys came out, there was none of that shit. They were kind of like, it's kind of like with the rappers now, like drill rap. They didn't know what they were doing, right? It was just like, because that's a whole different, in my opinion, that's a whole different genre. You had Ghetto Boy, they were talking about their pain. They were talking about all this stuff. They was explaining what it went on in Houston and all this shit. And then you had another group, Top Authority. And then you had, you know, other groups. I'm talking about, it was different, but you also had, what balanced it out was you still had rappers that actually used skills. They didn't rap about one particular thing. Like, it wasn't just gangster rap. It was people that was like, I don't listen to that shit. It was a whole bunch of people that didn't listen to, you know, NWA. They didn't listen to all this other stuff. Now, there was a gangster that was a rapper, right? And they called him Schoolie D. And he had a song called, what was it? It was called, was it AP Killers? You hear it all the time. You hear the beat all the time in other people's rap. And that's where 6 in the morning. Have you ever heard Ice-T, 6 in the morning? 6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeaking across the bedroom floor. You ain't never heard that, have you?
Now I feel old, man. Listen to I feel old. Listeners like, damn.
They're talking about what he was talking about. He had a trap house. They didn't call it a trap house then. This is in LA. This motherfucker in the bed with his girl, motherfucker cops, he hear him coming. He got to try to flush the work down in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? He out there trying to get, that was gangster music. Right? But people understood that was what they was doing in LA. That ain't what we doing here. Just like in Detroit, it was what they were rapping about, what they were doing in Detroit. They were rapping about what they were doing in Houston. They were rapping about what they were doing in Atlanta and all these different things. But then you had the balance where you had an Outkast. You had, you know, Goody Mob. And even in rap during like the 90s, that was probably the best times because you had Tribe Called Quest. You had LL still out there because these dudes had longevity, bro. They had, like, LL is still rapping, 50-some years old, and still killing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's more like him that's still out there that's been because they took their career serious. There's a whole bunch of dudes that ain't made it past after they hit the pinnacle. It was over for them. They didn't do other shit. They didn't make it a business. Hip hop can be actually a business for you. You might not be a rapper, but you can definitely be someone that has a platform. You can also be somebody that, you know what I'm saying, be a president of a record company. These are the things that these guys were talking about. Look at Busta Rhymes and all these other guys. They are serious. They were serious about hip hop because they looked at it a different way. They wanted to hold on to it. And they seen throughout the pain, out of the stupid ass business deals that they made, they still wanted to hold on to it. We have a generation right now that don't look at it like that. They're looking at it for other things, like drill music. That's why I had to show those last guys that was out there, that list of dudes that was out there. They ain't here no more. They're not making it to 28. That was just this year. You could just look at them all damn day. And like my man Zombie TV was just saying, in the UK, it's that shit too. Like you got guys like him. Me and him are about the same age. He been doing this shit for a very long time. When I tell you his work is out cold, he's a cold piece of work because he takes pride into what he does. So when he brings out an album, he does it not to be rich so he can floss out and all of that. You can make a living off of it, but you don't have to look at it as this dumbass bullshit that we looking at right now. And we lost it with our kids. I have no idea on how to even get it back other than to say, damn, somebody gonna have to suffer. I have no idea. I have no answer for it. I swear to God, I don't. But that's why I wanted to talk about it, because it makes sense when we know about our history. So I have, like, again, myself, by trade, by skills, I am a DJ. I've been a DJ since 1994. Active right now? No, but I still dibble and dabble and do whatever. I couldn't even be a DJ right now. Man, what? This garbage that they got out now? I can't do it. Part of it is because I'm older. I don't relate to it. But part of it is I know what skills sound like. I know what it is. I know the elements of what this genre of music is supposed to hold. And it's not. It's not being held up. Talent is one of them. He's some untalented motherfucker. That little boy was so offbeat. That's why I had to break down the lyrics. What was it he was saying where somebody can sit back and say, man, I'm talking about there are rappers, man, that really will say something and people used to not hang on to the words, but they used to love what they said. They'll play it like being a DJ, right? I play a song in a club. The club is bumping, right? But it'll be an intricate part that rapper said, right? Whatever it is that rapper said, I'm going to bring it back. You ever heard somebody say, bring it back? I'll turn the music off. I hit the... I play that same verse that he just did over and over again, and everybody that was what hip hop was. People were really into the art of it. They were at the clubs, they was in a car, they appreciate it. It's not being appreciated anymore. It's like, damn, y'all old. That's all we get. Y'all old. No, we understood. We understood. So when you got somebody, do y'all understand? Kid rappers were very few and far apart. 80s and 90s, even in the 2000s. That shit don't sound right. Do you know how hard it was for me to listen to Criss Cross? I couldn't listen to no goddamn Criss Cross. I'm a grown ass man. I was like in my 20s when they came out.
But JT, I don't mean to interrupt. But that's part of the fight right there, the argument. See, so if we're talking about someone who, and I don't want to make it seem like everyone feels so bad about themselves, but let's just say you telling me, not you specifically, but if I hear you saying that what you did was special, what you did was real music, what you did, so in other words, I'm a piece of shit. What you did was real, then I must be doing something fake. And so I get what you're saying, but the pushback from most people, they just hear how they're a fuck up. They don't hear that you have any faith in their music. And then if we boil it down to the words, we weren't talking about, oh, so you don't like what I'm talking about. They might reference, like you just said, you didn't really get down with Criss Cross, hibbity, 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 jump, hibbity, hibbity. I don't know what they're saying, right? But every generation goes through a not knowing what you're saying. However, if you think about it, back then, Roxanne and all those guys, they were capping on each other. Your mama was sucking penis. But now we have songs who are proudly saying, I'm selling ass juice. This is my ass. Get the gonorrhea. I mean, like promoting illness or promoting things that forever we said is nasty. Like I don't think anyone was ever proud to have gonorrhea, and now to have music being that says, yes, I have it. Or suck my. Before it was always it identified the person, gangster, what I'm going through. Even if it was about violence, it was still about my anger towards you and blah, 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 the system, another gang. When we hear this now, if we're saying there's freedom of expression, which is interesting because your show and any other YouTube can get shut down, but yet we consider that to be freedom of expression. So I wonder the agenda behind it. Why is it so freely that we could talk bad about ourselves, look stupid, but yet if we give education or if we counter that, the counter is challenged and taken down, but not the wild lyrics. Why would those lyrics be allowed to be played? What general manager, what producer, what person is allowing this to be played, and what's the agenda behind it? But anyway, that's kind of a different story. But I just want to say that piece right there is where the clients who see me, the youngsters who talk to me, the reason we collaborate so well is because I acknowledge them. I validate them. And I'm not saying you don't. What I'm saying is they feel proud to hear, okay, so you might not like the music, you might not like the terms or the words, but you understand I'm making music. I do recognize that what you're doing is considered to be making music. Now, can we talk about what is the purpose of your music? Can we talk about what is your goal with your music? Can we talk about the impact of those who listen to your music and what they're going to follow through on? But the initial collaboration is to say, okay, if that's your effort in making music, but we can't get that far because the second they hear, oh, our shit is trash, F you. Oh, you don't like what we're talking about? F you. You're mad? F you. Your generation? Screw your generation. So I just wanted to add that because that's one of the main reasons I don't think this message gets through, because they hear the judgment first and not acceptance about at least I'm trying. Now, we might, that's a try. I'm sure you can do better. I just wanted to throw that out there. I hope that makes sense.
No, and that's great. I'm because I want to respond to that also, but let me get this super chat from my boy Zombie TV, my homeboy Tony. He gave me another 10 ball up in here, and Tony, I got to play the Jit video for you, bro. You a D. What up, though? I got to give you a big what up, though. Here we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My boy Tony said, I vouch for everything you say. I can't keep up in the chat. LOL. I love hearing the history we lived. That's why I still do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. The lesson isn't over. There's one MC left. Absolutely. And his name is Tone. My homeboy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But so one of the things that I know that the doc was saying, I think we do have to have that conversation. And to be honest, Doc, it's really hard. It's challenging for me to get these shows, because there's a show I actually want to do, and that's the show that actually shows the evolution of the art, right? But it also shows what we were just talking about. During those times, you had rap was a sport. It was my boy Tom was saying it before. It was based off of battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Partying first, and then it was battle rap that it was based out of. It was always more. That's why it was more geared to the masculine part of humans, right? You have females that was doing it, but it was always being furnished by men. You got women that can do it, but there's very few of them that did it at the level of men. Like now, you got some women that's out cold now. Back then, it wasn't as many. I mean, it's just what it was, because it was certain elements that we had for this music to actually, before it was even a business or before it was a genre or anything like that, it was more of partying, right? This is the craziest part. A lot of people don't understand this. The boomers actually started this shit. It was the boomers did. You know, you had Grandmaster Flash, you had Grandmaster Cat, all of them, they boomers. They're on the younger end of the boomers, but they boomers. You had the father of rap, Kool Herc. He a boomer. These guys were coming from the disco to, you know, to what we call hip hop now, which was rap. You had Funky 4+1. If you seen how they dressed and the way that they talked and the lingo that they used, it wasn't like rap had a form yet. They was still basing this shit off of rock stars. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. They dressed like Kiss. They was dressed like, you know what I'm saying, like rock stars. They had big ass boots on and, you know, skin tight damn pants and shit. And even with them, they were talking shit about the rappers that came after them. I'm like, what the fuck? These motherfuckers ain't paid way for y'all motherfuckers. You know, it was shit like that but they had the conversation. They had the talk. You know what I'm saying? They had all of these things which we are missing now with the next generation, and it's being lost. The other element to rap was pain, hurt, the things I went through. Look at DMX. All of it. I've never seen DMX perform without crying. He do two things. He cry and he pray. Pain. When you listen to a lot of these cats, it's exactly what you saying it is. My thing is, I don't know how we got to the point where it got lost in the sauce, because rap was always that. I've always called it an honest form of, you know, one of the most honest arts that was out there, because it was just what it was. This is what we talking about. You know, you had some people, they weren't talking about too much of shit. I remember I had a short career as a rapper. Called myself Double D. I don't know why everybody had a D or a C or a J behind their name. That was just, everybody used that shit. But it was fun to me. Then I grew up, you know, along with this thing called hip hop. Now it's at a point where I'm like, I'm done with all of that. I have selected stuff that I listen to now because it doesn't talk to me. Tupac never spoke to me, but he spoke to my homeboys, right? It never got to me where it resonated, where I'm like, damn, like how my homeboys used to be like, What resonated with me with Tupac was that he was an actor. I used to love that character he played, Bishop in Juice. A lot of people didn't understand that. We didn't used to say Tupac the rapper. We used to be like, remember Tupac? They'd be like, who? That dude that was in Juice. That's what we knew him for. The dude that was in Juice. We didn't know him as ain't nothing but a gangster. We didn't know him as that. He had 2 years to get that part out. When he came out, he was strictly for my niggas, and he was an activist. And he was a street guy, right? But he was very poetic. But he spoke about his pain, and it was a lot of people that it resonate with. It was supposed to be, that's why I'm like, damn, when I listen to this drink, like, I'm just not one of those dudes that sit back and be like, I can't listen to that shit. Sometimes I have to get in the mud so I know what the hell I'm talking about. When I hear that shit and I'm listening to them lyrics and I'm looking, there's nothing that should resonate with anybody in there except for when the doc is speaking about it. It's my pain. This is my way of expressing myself. I understand exactly what you're talking about, Doc. I come out there like, dude, he told him, he said, you could suck my, you know what? He was mad. He was pissed off. They're still pissed. It's about to get even worse. When I sit back and I read these doggone comments on you go on the little dude's video and you just read the comments. Damn the video. The comments, you be like, what the hell? It's the thoughts of these other people. I don't like the point that they're taking that young man and saying, go, knowing where he's about to go. Right. You're not making it. These guys are not making it at all. There's no, he gonna get some money, he's gonna live a lavish life, they're gonna get it, and then he's gonna change his life around. And he did it.
Right.
At least we had people that actually did it. Like when people talk about Tupac, I mean not Tupac, but Ice Cube. Ice Cube was not a gangster, but it did not mean that he wasn't in the jungle. Did not mean that. The man was getting robbed. They was robbing his house. He was still trying to, what we call back then, keeping it real.
Like they're saying, I'm keeping it real.
Keeping it real when wrong and shit with him.
Right.
Keeping it real.
But JT, a question, and Hassan, I think you talked about this on another show. We know in certain communities this wouldn't fly. In certain communities, that stuff would be shut down. Parents would be held. The caretakers would have been whipped or held accountable. The kid would have been shut down. So I don't know why we give this permission giver, why this big permission giver out there for not only this kid, but the lyrics, the words, and the parents or the caretakers, whoever's allowing it and promoting it. So I don't understand why it's so easy for us to promote this.
Yeah, that's the big agenda right now. Like the thing that we're looking at is like, why are they doing this? And nobody's. And I think the crazy part is because nobody is saying anything. Like that's why I said earlier in my show that shit, it is a petition that we can start doing when it comes down to stuff like this and start like you can literally fight back. But I think just times have just got people to just being relaxed and I don't know, man. People are just comfortable and cowardly or something. I have no idea. And they just like to complain. Because I'm like, wait, I see when people want to get some shit done, they would start with a petition. Then they would start with some other ways on how they can do certain things. You know, it's kind of like fight. If we don't like this shit to happen, we have to bring, that's why I said, no, I have to bring light to this. As much as I didn't want to do it because I don't listen to hip hop like that no more. Got my ways on, I got my people I listen to, and a lot of the rest of that stuff is going to be jazz, R&B, you know, anything that has something to do with something to talk about. I like listening to stuff that's heartbreaking, that's telling a story about somebody being heartbroken and, you know, they broke up, and I like blues and all that stuff. I love rap. Never had a problem with it. Never had a problem with people, you know, with cuss words here and they telling a story or whatever.
So then if you like rap, how come? What's wrong with this little kid's rap?
Well, it's not rap. That's
well, but see, right there, who says it's not rap?
So right, there's an element, right? It's just like, for instance, it's kind of like battle rap, right? It's agreed upon, right? That's the only way somebody wins. You have two guys. They'll go out there, he give his best, you know, whatever he written or off the top of his dome or whatever it is that he's doing. The other guy gives his. They probably have 2 or 3 rounds or whatever, and then it's agreed upon. Whoever is in that community or that circle or whatever it is, that's who the ones is, nah, you got your ass handed to you, you know? And you would have people saying, you know, that when it comes down to what real hip hop is, there's an agreement on it. Right? That's why you would have people to say, yeah, he's good at rap. He can rap his ass off. But why he don't have no hits? Because nobody really likes his music. You have someone that's really good on other people's music. When it comes down to their own music, And everybody agrees upon it. They be like, yeah, like you got, you have a guy named like Memphis Bleak. Sounds great on everybody else's album. Once you get it on his own album, it's like, that album is something else. We always have been critics to this thing called hip hop. It's always been that. So when you hear the rap that they have right now, and every other word is bitch, dick, Glock, glizzy, all these different things, and they're not even telling a damn story. He's saying the same. That little boy said the same. That's why I had to put those lyrics out. He said the same thing. You can't tell anything that's different. But then you have a community, the younger community, that'll sit back and say, he went hard. Right. Them lyrics is dope. When we have like, how you have loose leaf lines, and you have something that people have always agreed upon when it comes down to lyrics. He's a lyricist, he's an artist. They're two different. Or you have somebody, say, yeah, Drake is a good, performer.
Right.
But I don't know if he can hold his own when it comes down to battle rap. He had to prove himself.
Right.
He had to go and say, all right, let me get somebody over here. Let me see what's going on. And he went and what they call trolling right now. And then you have people say, nah, he went hard, because they listened to the lyrics. They listened to the message that was out there. They seen, the charisma, the style that he had, the way that his, the cadence was, how he rode the beat. It's a lot of things that we do look at. Just like I seen my girl Genesis 1. She was like, damn, that beat is hard as hell. It is.
Right. And the beat is hard. Right? The beat is hard. And those one night wonders, or what they used to call like an overnight sensation, it was just really just a beat, because who was it? Then you just a whoop, ha, but it was behind a nice beat, and it was lit. It just took off. And I hate that a lot of people are confusing an awesome beat with these lyrics, but downplaying the fact that we have a 9-year-old that we plucked out of whatever is equal to taking a 6-year-old female and putting her out there in the streets. And it is equal to, in my opinion, it is equal to taking a child who has no business at this point rapping about these lyrics. Like, who's been his enemy? Who's been his enemy? Even if he said, this is for my father, this is for my uncle, this is for my cousin, I'll take you all out. I saw him get hurt. He's not saying that. He's saying his dick needs to be sucked. Why are we talking about this 9-year-old's little whacker to be sucked? And then he's going to go pressure some female. Most likely, someone's going to hear that, play it, and then expect some person to follow through on the lyrics. And the more and more we bitch and complain about other people taking our children, I don't hear the bitching and complaining about taking this young man and putting him in this position. Now, could he grow from it? Sure. Could he learn some better lyrics or some different lyrics, and we can watch him grow and say, wow, when he first started out, ooh, we could. But the impact of the words that he's saying now, because through history, someone's always talked about sex and some whatever, lay it down or whatever. And James Brown, sex machine, and blah, 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 blah. But it was still a different message, and it didn't lead to the violence or the death. The potential death for this young man has now skyrocketed because of the words and the threats that he's making. And then I'll land with this. The beat can be anything. My rapping days. But see, I was more of the sellout group. I was more like the Run DMC, the Fat Boys. I was proud to pick up a slice of pizza, and then, I was proud of my days of doing that, right? Oh, you can eat. Yeah, give me a. So, now, yeah. I wanna. There were some who loved it and some who were like, get that out of here. But we were able to have our different groups and still come together. We had our different messages, but still respect each other. We were still able to respect each other. And then we adjusted. Because I remember when the Fat Boys went from all that to then all of a sudden they sound like, are they trying to be EPMD? Are they trying to be, they start talking about the black people and the black, making noise. I'm like, look at them trying to copy KRS-One and all that. So people can adjust. But when we start out with like this kid as he's doing. He's no Bow Wow. We're not talking about a Bow Wow. We're not talking about the ones who started as little kids with a certain message and they grew from there. The potential growth for this young man with the message and with all the push behind it, I hate to say it's a scary ending for him, in my opinion.
I just want to say one thing. What up, Freezy? How you doing? He's in the chat.
Oh, Freezy's in the house. Oh, what's up, Freezy? Hey,
my boy Freezy. Okay, let me get this again. My man, Zombie TV, my boy Tony has been blessing me all night, man. I really appreciate you, brother. I really appreciate you, bro. Hit me with the 5. Blessing the brother, man. Absolutely. They got my boy Freezy in the building. What Freezy? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see him.
Hey,
come on up.
Hey, JT, he sent you a super chat. Did you see it?
The Freezy's in? Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, $10 one.
Damn, you done slid that one up on me, boy. You done absolutely. Thank you, Freezy, man. I appreciate you, man. Most definitely.
Hey, I think your system is delaying a lot of stuff, JT.
Huh?
Like,
my system?
Yeah, like the chat or something.
Yeah, I'm on 2 different. It's one coming after the other one, man. That one slid. I seen it. I didn't.
Yeah.
You catch that one, Freezy.
And there's a lot to manage. If you're cooking too, I mean, you're doing a lot of cooking, so you might have missed some of that. I noticed Genesis 1 said, when James Brown was talking about the sex stuff, there weren't a lot of people doing it. I also believe they were not having sex. Not a lot of people engaging in that type of music, right? Or those lyrics. I also think a lot of parents said, no, you can't listen to that. I know parents who would say, no, turn that off, or what do you listen to? Or when that gangster rap or sex rap will come on, there were some parents who'd be like, no, I don't want you listening to that. I mean, now we're not doing that. Kids got their own iPhones and iPads, and now they can listen to whatever they want, get on YouTube. But the managing or the observation is like, you're on your own. Just get to do what you want to do.
Absolutely. And everybody has. It's weird to me when I really looked at it again. I said, wow, everybody is back to wearing earphones again. Everybody has earphones on, so they're not enjoying music together. Like we actually did. Like we had Walkmans, but we only used Walkmans when we was like walking. That's what
right, on the bus, walking, transporting. Yeah. Right.
They wear it in the house. They got it everywhere they're at work. They got, it's like, wow. It's like they don't even pay attention. It's already bad that the phone has their attention. And now they got the phone and they got the earphones on. People are getting hit just walking straight across the street and not even paying attention, not even understanding what's going on right now. I mean, and I work on a campus, right? On a college campus. You see everybody looking down on their phone with these big ass Beats on or whatever, headphones that they have, and that's crazy. So they're only enjoying what music that they have with themselves. That's why I said it's like music is not being enjoyed the same way. Not unless you are going to a concert, right? Like I can't even imagine me going to a concert for some new shit. I don't know what the hell. I said, damn, this is a part of me being old. This is it. This is what I understand what my parents was going through with us. But the difference is I still know what them damn lyrics be saying. My ears are very I don't care how much you sound like you got a bag of nickels in your mouth. I'm telling you, I still catch it. Or, I'll look it up or whatever. But man, it's crazy.
But, JT, I want to add one thing.
Go ahead.
If you don't mind. Like the doc said, back in the day, the parents might stop, don't listen to this. The problem now is a lot of younger parents, and you can say early 30s and 20s, they listening to this stuff. This is like becoming normal. So when their kids growing up, it's going to be more normal the next generation.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, that's the scariest part of it. Right? Like, that's why I said I don't look at the little boy as he's just a vehicle. However, he's being used and sacrificed. The reason why I showed all of those rappers that was coming up that they're dead now And I'm talking about some of these guys are only 18 years old. They were only 18. They were only 22 years old. They were only, man, you can all day. Like, I want to do the show with the drill music and all this other stuff, but man, it is something about that. It's a spirit that runs with that where it depresses the fuck out of me. And it's very hard because once I start doing it, you start looking at the documentaries, and then you start going to the origin of how, trap music and drill music and all this stuff going. And then you start looking at what it was associated with. And you start looking like, I don't know if y'all ever heard somebody say smoking on Tuka, right? Tuka was like, I think he was only 13 years old. Like he was famous when he got killed. Then you had a young lady, right? They said she was one of the most notorious fucking killers on the south side of Chicago. I don't know how true that was, but supposedly she got killed by this rapper named King Von. I don't know if you've heard of him. King Von.
Oh, I heard of him.
He's dead now, right?
Yeah, they killed him.
And then you had these other rappers. You got Fulio. You got these other rappers.
JT. Mm-hmm. Supposedly, King Von's the first rapper serial killer. That's what they call him.
Yeah, supposedly. I mean, but that those names be killing me, man. It's like serial killer and what's the other one? Mass shooter. It is what it is, man. But
machine gun.
I mean, it was some street shit. It was street shit. At the end of the day, I'm not surprised on that. I'm not surprised on the lifestyle that they have and stuff like that. What surprised me was that they were allowed to put this shit on record before and after. Disrespect. Like, man, when I tell you this is the most disrespectful shit between that and that doggone battle rap, it's the most disrespectful shit I've ever heard in my life. Anytime you got hardened criminals saying, man, this shit is too much. You got hardened criminals saying this is what the fuck? And these are children though. That's what make it even worse. You like, ooh, and you look in their eyes and you be like, ooh, man. They have no fear. None. How? They're kids.
Oh, but all right, Jake, may I get into my theatrics? I don't know how sensitive you are on your show. I mean,
I'm not.
Let me get into my theatrics for a second. So, trigger alert, and I hate to even have to say that because we can listen to these words about dick and pussy and all that, and then I have to say trigger alert, so somebody, because they might feel too sensitive. Right. But let me just get into my theatrics for a moment, please. Give this kind of some perspective. So, if you're talking about my life and the fact that it might be in danger, you didn't seem to give a bleep about so-and-so and so-and-so. So you didn't give a shit about that. Now all of a sudden I say some words, I'm making some money behind it, you all of a sudden want to give a shit. Sidebar, it's not about the money. Well, if you care so much, how come no one was there to protect me? Because the same shit I'm talking about that you're saying I can't go running around getting my dick sucked, you didn't seem to be so concerned when I was a little shorty having to do bleep, bleep, bleep. So your concern for me now, horseshit. You want to protect me? You want to protect me. What kind of protection is that? I'm doing good. The shit is selling, is on fire, is making money, is getting noticed. And why are you upset about that? If anything, remember telling me, get a job, make some money, motherfucker. Do you remember that part? And now that I'm doing it, what's the problem? You say it's not rap because you don't like it. But guess what? It is selling. It's hot. It's rising on the charts. So what is the problem? And so I'll end my theatrics. I'm in my theatrics, I'll end my theatrics with this. I don't know if I'm going to live to 16. And for those older cats in the room, remember JT, the time when we didn't know if we would make it to 18? There was a time when black men didn't know if they would make it to 18, 21, 25. And pending when your birthday is, your golden birthday, if you have an 18, 19, 20, 21, one of those golden birthdays, some even planned for that to be their last day. My 22nd birthday, I'm going out like hell. My 21st birthday, I'm losing my goddamn mind. So do I really value the fact that I might get shot, killed, bleep, bleep, bleep. I might get one of the pause, that I might be deleted. I might be deleted because of what I'm saying. At least, I will go with my head up high, and someone out there will know that I stood for something. And so guess what? It's an honorable death. It's an honorable death. I'll end my theatrics with that.
Well said, Doc. Well said. Damn. That's why it's always good to have him on here, man. Yeah, for real. Because
Good point.
I've been, especially when we talk about this type of thing right here, when we talking about having a youth, whether it's rap and, you know, trap music and drill music, or if we're talking about LGBT and all these different things, man. I'm glad that the doc brings that type of perspective, because it gets us to think, right? Because you could be on panels, and I've seen, that's why I'm starting to be more of, even when I go on panels, get in and I get out, right? I like to observe what people are saying, and what I'm starting to understand is that people get caught up into too much of what they're saying, and they stand on it, and then you have them and other people just arguing, and they forget the points, and they just start attacking each other instead of just actually saying, let me ponder on what he said. Let me see if, you know, if there's something that we can find a middle ground to, or whatever. Or, you know, I that's why I like when a doc comes, because when he comes, it's like, nah, man. And Doc, I got to give it to you, bro. You've given me that that insight where I start to learn, even if, especially when somebody is saying something that initially I'm not agreeing with. I love to hear them out now, because it'd be funny, because I'd be like getting ready to disagree with them, and then when I keep hearing them, I say, okay, I get their point now. Now, whatever it was that I might still disagree with them, but now because I heard them out, I can actually have a conversation with them, because it may not be the whole conversation or the whole soliloquy that they came out with that I disagree with. They're just different parts to it. When we're talking to the young folks, I think that's one of the arts that we have to get, where we can hear them and be able to convey something that they hear us back. But when they're listening to us, a lot of times they're already sensitive to a lot of different things. We don't know what they're sensitive to, you know? So when you say something, it can already trigger them, right? They probably just shut out. They probably don't even like, I know a lot of kids where I can tell when they shut out, they just shut down, right? Because they don't want to be disrespectful, and their eyes move a different way. So they done tuned out of the whatever it is that we was trying to say to them and all this stuff. They tuned out of it because what they were feeling is, I'm not being heard anyway. So why should I listen to you? And this is where that's why I'm
Go ahead. I'm going to jump in. I just wanted to add a word while you're making your point.
Yes.
To add a word. To add a word to what you're saying, what's the common denominator between having a pistol, getting oral sex performed on me, and having a bunch of women? Or if you disrespect me, deleting you. What's the common denominator in those? Shit. Safety. Okay. Safety. I have this to keep me safe. I have a number of people on my side, my troops, my gang, my people. Safety. Feel good. If you give bomb head, I feel good. If I have this, I feel safe and good to know. If I have the women's, or whatever your preference is, if you want a bunch of guys around you, whatever your flavor is, if you got a bunch of that around, I just try and keep it equal, Hassan. I just try and keep it equal. You know, not everyone likes female head, but anyway, the point is, but that's safety. At the end of the day, it all safety and feel good. When people push back on the surface, they're talking about the problems, the verbiage. At the core, they're pushing against my sense and perception of safety and feel good. Safety and feel good is at my core. Listen to the lyrics. The lyrics are about blow you up. He wasn't talking about going down to the White House. He's talking about clearing his way of enemies, making the money. What does the perception of money get you? The money we perceive money will get us happiness. So I have all the money, I have all the women, and I have my protection. So if you ask, what the hell is wrong with you? Then you must not understand me. I heard your question, but the same way my lyrics went over your head, your question goes over my head like, what do you mean what's wrong with me? Who doesn't dream? See, that's how I know the difference. You ain't no real nigga, because if you was a real nigga, you'd have been celebrating the fact that I got. You'd have been celebrating the fact that I'm getting. You'd have been cheering me on. So then all of a sudden now I have to dismiss you. You're not considered real. And then, oh, you want to attack my lyrics? Because you didn't understand what I'm talking about. I believe the gun, motherfucker, done. The itch and motherfucking bitch. Now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it didn't go to a tune. I'm sorry if it, if I didn't close the mic or cameras and take my chew out and say, I'm sorry if it didn't do that.
Right.
But did you catch the key part? And if it said nothing at all, did that beat? When you played that thing, JT, I don't know if Hassan moved, but did you see me when you played that, whatever that was that you played it and I started moving? That was just from a 5-second, whatever you're doing. I started moving. Oh, right? So imagine now I have a 3-minute, 4-minute song and everyone's just. And even if there's no words to it, I fan that money, show some butt cheeks and just, ow. And whoever's listening to add their own little, and they are just gone. And guess what I added? I believe I just added value to someone else's sense of safety and feel good. If you didn't hear a mother word I got there said, but it hit you to motherfucker head. So that's just another perspective I wanted to add about, yes, different times, different rhymes, but at the core, what you were doing, whoever was doing in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s was still about safety, feeling secure, feeling good. It was still all the music has been about those core elements. And unfortunately for someone, it's still the same undercarriage, but the people being impacted, we're getting younger and younger. And we're not at the point of maturity to handle certain messages. So I talked about James Brown, Sex Machine, but at the age I heard it, I couldn't really jump into the sex in the sheets, or something in the sheets, in the bed. I wasn't at the age that I could actually do that. Now the things that are being suggested by a 9-year-old, and I'm 12, shit. I'm 16, it's on. I'm 22 and feeling like, damn, I should have been doing that. I got left behind. Damn. So we have the 8 older people who are dumbing down. And we have the younger people taking more and more risk at lower or earlier ages. So I just wanted to add that because you were cooking, and I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to add that piece for what you were cooking about. Add this into your mix, JT. So I apologize for interrupting.
I want to add one more thing to didn't Lil Wayne started when he was 10, 11, having sex, doing all that stuff, getting shot himself at 11, right? 10 or 11 was. And everybody was normal with it.
Right. But it was much later that he talked about being offended. It was much later that he talked about the guys who rubbed their penis on him and stuff, because that wasn't part of the package. It was supposed to be this having fun, getting caught up in the wildness, and end up getting got too caught into it, and then that whole shame factor and all that, he didn't talk about it till years later. Had to get therapy behind it. And right now, I put in the chat there, JT, when you said something like you stumbled on your words, but I put in quotes. I think you said get at him. I think you said get in him. I mean get at him. And I wrote, yeah, get in him. Because who's really going to protect him? I bet my Bears tickets, he's at risk for someone getting in him. Literally.
Absolutely. He's been used big time, and it's for other people's gain. Like you said, you put that in really good terms when you was talking about that. Let me give a big shout out to the Seds. What's going on? Hey, look, I tried to finish up watching you, Mr. Said today, man, and I was trying to do 300 different things today, man. But I'm definitely gonna watch, like I always do. I'm gonna watch the replay. I know the doc was cooking over there. Mr. Said, hey, I appreciate both of y'all for coming over. Absolutely. Genesis. Oh yeah, she was saying I'm a little bit behind on there. She was saying facts, that was a serious beat. Oh yeah, that beat was out cold. That was out cold. Most definitely. So Doc, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to close out of this. I wanted to keep going because we got 3 hours of hotness, man. I really appreciate you guys. Hassan, I really appreciate you for coming over. I was gonna do some other shit. It was about to be way more lighter than what I got today. But it was calling me, the young man. I really I feel for him. I don't look at him as a villain, not right now, but I think it should be against the law, man, for people to be doing that. That was the one that I asked too, Doc, when I said, what if it was flipped and it was a female and she was rapping like, Pretty Red and all of them, and she was the same age as him, and she was sitting there twerking and doing with all the grown people, would it be a bigger outrage than for him?
Right.
Would it make national news? Or that was one of the things I looked, because I said, damn. And I think you said that it definitely would, because he's a male and she's a female. It's a little bit different.
Which has a different sex appeal. Now I'm first, let me give a shout out to the Seds, World Class, and everyone else who's here. Thank you for staying, chiming in with JT and What You Know of podcast. I know I'm happy to swing through and be here, so I just salute you all for swinging through and supporting the brother. Thank you. I believe it has become more normalized to sexualize and objectify our women. And the younger, they've always gone after the younger women, but now like the children. So 6-year-old, because what these teenagers are rapping about, some teenagers are rapping about gonorrhea and diseases, and is getting hyped to a point where someone is producing lip gloss and shampoos and body soaps or whatever else behind these names, snitch and scratch and sniff smells like pussy lips, that type of stuff. Is like so that's getting promoted. And so I think if we had a young girl doing this, it would almost be glorified. Like, wow, hey, add a beat to it, add some cutie to it, and already we got people fantasizing. So for those who know my work with the offenders that I work with, just a side note, just for a hot second, please, just bear with me for a second. It just hit me. The World Class and Mrs. She said, we're talking last week about the numbers that are reported for sexual offenses. 1 in 6. And I must tell you, for every offender that I work with, and I have the receipts, for every offender that I work with, by the time they get caught, listen to me very carefully. By the time they get caught, they've already had a host of people they already had a host of victims. Your average flasher, by the time they get to the courage to flash out in public, they've already practiced with just a zipper down, with some type of convenience, some type of being in the drive-through and handing the money exchange and dropping the change or the food and oops. They've already had those experiences before they actually, the sit on my lap little girl. Whoa, did I just get erect? Now I'm stewing over that. I don't understand what happened. Maybe it's a stepchild or whatever. And then I'm planning in my head the next play, tickle, and wrestle. So now there's another touch to kind of confirm the first time when I got erect. And so the second time is a little bit more aggressive. Third time is, did she feel it? Did she feel that bump up against her leg? So already we had 5 contacts, 5 different times when I've touched her. 5 different times when this person has been touched. Okay? And then still not caught. There's still a whole process of now what she's going through. And then the permission giver was because maybe she did a TikTok video, and while she was doing it, she looked at me. And all of a sudden now I'm that person taking that as a permission giver. Like, oh, she knows what's up. So now here's my 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th contact. And so the reason it hit me when I got it hit me for a second is like, yeah, they wouldn't mind. They wouldn't mind at all. And then all the people who have to prep her for these video scenes, and all the people who have to say, you need to look a little bit more beautiful. See, TLC and T-Bars and those guys, they took a little bit of time to go from Friends and baggy clothes to all of a sudden waterfalls and whatever else were the silk pajama things that the air was floating it up. And I was one of the ones looking to see if I can catch a nipple, man. I was one of the ones watching things, right? So it took some time to get to that. But now the 7, 8-year-old, they'll be on the spot with making sure she looks prettier and sexier every time, objectifying her. And the outrage will only be, in my opinion, and from the work that I do, the outrage would be if she didn't participate. Not if she did. If she didn't participate. Why? How much you depriving? She could be a star. Huh? And then the people who will push back and say, she's too young. We attack them. That's messed up. You already had your childhood. Why do you? Or the parents who would allow it so they can get, it's like selling. They would sell that female. There you go. Same way, that's my long answer.
Oh, it was very insightful.
If I believe if it would be female, if it would be a difference.
No, you're right. It depends on the parents. You said it, Doc. Some parents, they look at it like, the money's big. I don't give a damn. And speaking of that, remember when Netflix did that series about the little girls dancing, whatever the fuck?
They followed the 4 girls around. Yes.
Yeah. So this is becoming normalized, little by, even if it goes slowly. It's sad. It's fucked up, but yeah, you're right, Doc, about what you just said right now. Some people, they look at it, I don't give a fuck. I want the money, and then that's sad, you know.
Yes. Yeah. And then that if that were a little girl, by the time she makes it 16, 17, and then she's hush either because she wants to stay in the industry, not for the contact, not for the exploitation, but the money and the dream and the perception. And then now we have a 24-year-old or 28-year-old giving one of those stories or reports. I want to share what happened to me when I was in the industry. I didn't talk about this part. And then we listen to all the people that helped to play a role. How did all those people get to R. Kelly's house? Come on now. I've been in love with some of these stars out here. I can't find their phone number, address, or nothing, man. I be trying to track down some of these hot women and be like, I want to talk. And he's I can't. I go to one of their concerts more than let me go to Beyonce concert and I'm gonna jump up behind the stage and all of a sudden be on her bus and all. No, come on. All the people that assisted in making sure those girls got to his home. and all the pieces that go with it. By the time a female tells her story, I would say easily, because the numbers add up, easily there's 50 to 100 people who played a role in her objectification.
Man, I'm going
There's a
to
cold world. There's a cold world we live in here.
I'm gonna have a spinoff on this, and because you just gave me a great epiphany for another show, Doc, and that is the young women and the young men, how we treat both. Like with this young man, I think this is how the exploitation for young men, also with the sexual and all these things too, just like you were saying earlier, like with Lil Wayne and all these other, because Lil Wayne was a child star. A lot of people don't know that. They don't look at him as he was a child star. You got a lot of these rappers, just like when you had, if you know the history behind Crisscross, they had a guy that wasn't that much older than them. That's why he actually took care of them. He kept them. They could have had way more success, right? And he would have let them go and passed them off. There was a guy before with Lil Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow's name is Lil Bow Wow because of Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg seen Lil Bow Wow, and I'm gonna end this after this, guys. But he discovered Lil Bow Wow. That's why he called him Lil Bow Wow. If anybody, you can look it up. Lil Bow Wow used to be a member of the Dog Pound. It was Corrupt Das, Lady of Rage, and Bow Wow, right? At some point, Snoop was like, I have no business with this kid. I got a murder case that I'm trying to beat and all kind of other bullshit's going on here in Death Row. And so what he did was he took Bow Wow and gave him to someone that actually could have did him justice, and that was Jermaine Dupri. That's how that Lil Bow Wow, trust me, it still happened to him. Even what he was saying, he was a kid having sex with grown ass women. You've seen it in the videos and things like that, but it would have been even worse, in my opinion, if it was with someone else also. But Jermaine Dupri, in my opinion, he did the best that he could given what he was given. The same way that he had got stardom for Crisscross was the same thing he was trying to do for Lil Bow Wow. Now everything else that happened, because Lil Bow Wow, I think he was he was about the same age as Crisscross, I think. But I would love to hear a lot of these guys' story, Doc. I bet you all of them, that was young in the industry, I bet you all of them, because now it's starting to come out. You're hearing stuff about P. Diddy. You're hearing stuff about all these other guys that's here. So I got another show that I want to do, because it's the young women and the young men. I don't think that the young men is too much that's been spoken out about young men. It's starting to slowly come out now, but I don't think people look at young men the same way that they would. And it won't be the same way because they're men and then there's women, but I just don't think that they look at them as important. So I'm definitely going to come up with a show that actually talks about that also. Most definitely. So do you guys have any final thoughts that y'all want to give before we end this show?
Yeah, thank you for having me on, JT. Doc, great seeing you again. Freezy, Genesis One, Just J, World Class. How you guys doing? Yeah, it's sad to say, JT, but we can do more, help as much kids we can. But we have to be realistic. We can't help everybody. If you have your opportunity to help people, help them. But if you can't, you can't. It is what it is. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Doc.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Hassan. Always an honor and pleasure to be here with you and share in the same space. Good to see you again. JT, I'll end my thoughts with I'll end it with my theatrics. I hate to say trigger alert. It's not that bad. Again, I feel funny to even say trigger alert because we can listen to motherfucker blah blah blah, blah with no trigger alerts, but then if you say something that's real, it's too sensitive.
Absolutely.
But keep in mind, parents who are listening, you can't show up to the baseball game, you can't show up to the basketball game, you can't show up to the PTA meetings, and you can't show up to them to these Hollywood auditions and video auditions and stuff like that. And then you get the kids who are now making the TikToks. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I get to make, they're going to pay me. And, actually, I don't get the money, but that's cool. I get to be on the video show. I get to make so. And I got to meet so. And that was a little fucked up, but we'll have to talk about that later. Hint, hint. They were just about to tell the part of how they remember being touched, but that part was minimal to the fantasy, the dream. All right. Listen. So Friday, I got to think of my whole schedule. Oh my God. So listen, if you're hearing this girl, you got to call me. Like, no bullshit. Call me. I get to meet so. I get to make my own rap. Oh, hint. I'm so excited. Someone's played off my emotions. And where's the counter to that? Remember the time we could actually check in with someone about our emotions? Hey, what do you think? I'm so excited, but before I make a silly decision, before I make this big investment, remember when we could have those conversations? Are those opportunities? Opportunities, are they there? And if they are there, do your kids know that they're there? Are you just that damn busy? Do your kids actually know if they could have these conversations? Because if not, they're catching it on the YouTube. They're catching it in the TikTok. They're catching it in the Instagram. I'm in my car. All right, you guys, I just finished seeing so. I'm gonna meet blah, 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 blah. And I get to make a video. Yes. Hold on. Y'all gonna be seeing these big motherfuckers up on the screen. Look at that. Yeah, that's my nipple. You gotta tune in to see the nipple. You have to tune in to see the nipple. You have to tune in to see my value. You have to tune in to see something that was once sacred. That was once sacred. And then the parents who are watching, as you played in your video, JT, the parent who is, that's hot to you. But the discomfort in talking to the child, the teenager. So the son is pumped. That video you played?
Yeah.
Now, part of that is a nervous laugh because Dad, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've even look at he's sucking dick, Dad. He's sucking dick. He's only 9 years old. He's sucking dick. Oh, Dad. You can see we can see the sickness. Look at the skin, the red in the eyes. Look at the dad's eyes in that video. But are we having those sensitive conversations with the kids? Son, right. Stop. Call him stop. What that? Oh, you can see the son a couple of times. Watch the video. Replay this JT podcast stream and watch the part where the son gets serious for a quick moment. And then he slips. I mean, it's just like slip right back into. Just let it play, son. Those are opportunities. We can't get to the little rapper right now. Yes, we can start a petition, but what things can we do quicker, more immediately? How can we support our children in a way they feel supported and not rejected? That's a fine line, but are you willing to even have those conversations? Because if you do not, I'm sorry to tell you, someone else will. And if they, what's that old saying? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And so kids who are now taking on the messages of their caretakers, and if no one is challenging that, these kids will be gone. It is not too late. It is not too late for this guy. And I'm not even here to judge him because someone gave him those lyrics. Mm-hmm. I even want to say I don't even challenge the caretaker because someone before them. But it has to stop somewhere. It has to be intervened somewhere. We've been saying the same message for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, and we'll be saying it more in the future. But seriously, something can be done if you have the courage to do so. You have to have the courage. You have to take the first step. So that's my closing remarks to your show, sir. Thank you for allowing me the space to share in these perspectives and my theatrics. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Doc. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Hassan, man. It was great to have you guys on the show. I'm gonna go ahead and close this off. And I will see you guys. If you guys want to hang out in the back chat, I'll see you back there. If not, I'll see you later on. Definitely. Alrighty. Let me go ahead. All right now. All right, y'all. So I'm about to get up out of here, but let me go ahead. The SEDS, they said, we just want people to remember that these children don't stay kids forever. They grow up and become adults. Let's make productive, positive ones. Absolutely. I definitely agree. They do not stay. That's my whole thing, is for them to potentially be adults, to be more of an impression on the world, on other kids and other adults, to be able to be the best that they can. And we do not want these kids to come out without having to get out into adulthood without having, just the wherewithal. You dig what I'm saying? The wherewithal to be able to have their own children and be able to teach to their children so their children can do the same thing. Rinse and repeat. That's basically what we're looking at. You dig what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. The SEDS, I definitely gotta get a collabo with y'all, man. I love what y'all say. I'm always watching y'all stuff. A lot of times it may be the replay, it may be live, but I'm always there with y'all. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Genesis 1, she said YouTube has selective outrage. Absolutely. I appreciate everybody that came on. I appreciate all the people that gave their donations, all the people that gave the likes. I appreciate all you folks, man. And always remember, man, children, just like what they said, children will not stay children all their life. They're going to end up being adults, and God willing, they're going to be adults longer than they were children. I know I am. I'm on the tail end of this shit. So that's basically what I'm looking at right now when it comes down to my grandson. My children they're grown, so they just been kids longer than they were adults. If they are adults longer than they were kids, I'm an old motherfucker by that time, y'all. But I'm about to get my ass up out of here. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Until next week, man. We are out. Oh, hold on. All right, Doc. I see what you done did there. Always appreciated the Doc. Before we got up out of here, he done blessed me with a 10. He said, "Thanks, JT. Always an honor to share in the space with you and those in the chat. Peace out." Appreciate you, Doc. Appreciate you. And on that note, I'm gonna blow out of here with the signature Detroit dance, the JIT, and we out this piece. Let's go. Where's it at? I gotta go ahead and get it. Dang it, I can't find it now. Okay, there it is. All right, y'all, I'm out of this piece.
Yo, Tech, let's make something happen. At some point, we all got to come together. No. Yeah. Everybody got opinions. Let's talk about it. Communication is key. Let's build around it. We do this for the people. The people founded it. Black love stay strong. No way around it. We anti-genocide. We ride for the cause. Got love for our sisters and love for our dogs. Respect the young and elderly. You all been invited to be inspired. You come together. Better God violent. Gotta watch for the cops. Gotta watch for the ops. Gotta watch for the politicians that play with your eyes. If you know, then you know. Plant the seed and it grows. Welcome to the show. This is what we know. 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 Yeah. This is what we know.